Mishraji, if you can play the ICI motto.
सुप्तेषु जागति सुप्तेषु जागति कामं 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 कामपुरुषो पुरुषो निर्विमाणः निर्विमाणः तदेव शुक्रं तद्ब्रह्मा तदेवामृतमुच्यते तस्मिन् लोकः शतः सर्वे एतद्वैता 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 एतद्वैता.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to such a fantastic session on Excel. But before we start the session, Before we start, I'll request Vice Chairman WIRC CA Piyush Chandak sir to give his remarks.
Thank you, Rikin Bhai. A very good evening to all the participants. Our Chairman WIRC Ketan Bhai, Regional Council Member Rikin Bhai, and our beloved faculty Keyur Bhai. Good evening to all and all the panel participants as well. Yeah, friends, as we all know that we are in the era of technology, and Excel we have been using for our livelihood, as I can say, along with all the softwares of income tax and other filing utilities of the GST and everything. As we know that Excel being the part of MS Office family is getting updated day by day, as we are now into Office 365, wherein we can be like having updates anytime. And along with that, if we are also like upgrading ourselves, we can be like do our work more easily. We can have a greater productivity, and that productivity helps to manage our work-life balance as well, because I'm taking this opportunity as to being the chairman of Work-Life Balance, promoting Work-Life Balance Committee. We are also having many other things lined up, which we are thinking that we can help our chartered accountants to guide and like give views that how we can manage our life along with our work, and so that user technology is major part of that. Because of that only we can like minimize the burden and have some ample of time to spare for our own self and for our family as well. I think I should not speak much, because we are waiting for our chairman to speak. Chairman also stopped between his travel. So over to you, Rikin Bhai, for his remarks as well.
Thank you so much, Vice Chairman sir. Now I'll request Chairman WIRC CA Ketan Sayya sir to give his remarks.
Good evening, each one of you. The respected faculty, Keyur Bhai, my wonderful friend and council, both the council colleague, Vice Chairperson Piyush Chandak ji, Rikin Patel from Baroda, the wonderful addition in this year to the council, past chairman of Baroda branch, all other persons, who have joined. First of all, let me thank Keyur Bhai for readily agreeing for this 3 fantastic session on Excel. And indeed, it's a need of our, I think practice is, what will make us perfect. And without Excel, I think, the life is difficult, be it bank audit, be it corporate audit, or be it, any other assignment. Our execution is done mostly through Excel. And if we learn, some new shortcut keys, some new advanced Excel, I think this entire 3 days course will serve as a purpose of what we thought we intended, that the members should get some platform where within, this 3 days session, they will be able to sharpen their skill on the Excel. Coming to the other activities, as rightly told by Piyush Bhai, we have been and trying that, the work-life balance of the members is being maintained. The last Sunday only we had a box cricket and almost 500 chartered accountant participated and very nicely conducted by our sports committee. The entire function was very, very well conducted. We have series of program. We are coming up with relearn series on income tax returns. We have direct tax refresher course on 12/13/2021. We have announced our sub-regional conference in Pune, Pimpri, and a wonderful program curated by the Pune Pimpri branch. My request all the member to attend all these mega programs of WIRC and upskill your knowledge through these good programs which are there for audit, for tax, for other newer areas. Kindly visit WRC website and stay attached with the Western India Regional Council. If you have any suggestion, you can pass it on to any of our regional council, 21 regional council member. We all are committed to serve to all the members and the student. With this, let me last point which we cover me is the WRC help desk. We are running on 14th and 20th GST help desk. Similar help desk for direct tax is soon. This will be announcing, which will again run for 2 days in a month, where a member, if any query he is having, he can mail us, he can fill up in Google Sheet, and the experts will give their view. This is to support small and medium-sized practitioner. We have started this initiative. And WIRC Connect, if you have any admin problem, you can write to us. We will solve your problem with the help of ICI, and we will, give you better services. With this, thank you so much. And once again, thanking to Keyur Bhai, Rikin Bhai, Piyush Bhai for sparing your valuable time. And over to you, Rikin Bhai. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chairman Sir. Despite your travel schedule, you have joined with us. So we are thankful to you for joining. Now I think Keyur Sir will take over, but before Sir takes over, I'll just briefly introduce him. I know he needs no introduction. He is very popular among the Western region members, but still, I would briefly introduce Keyur Sir. So, CA Keyur Doshi Sir is a SAP consultant. He implemented SAP VIM at Infosys globally in 2016. He is mentor at DAFI since 2017, expert in Excel automation, data analytics, fraud prevention. He has trained more than 2,000 chartered accountants, 1,000 plus other professionals, 5,000 plus students. He is an ICI recognized faculty for DISA and FAFD, even for advanced IT training. He has delivered ample of lectures at different places, which includes the WIRC of ICI as well. He is consultant to diverse industries like auto industry, diamond industry, e-commerce industries, packaging industries, etc. He also holds All India 22nd rank in ICAMI final examinations, and he is active with JCI, JITO, Toastmasters, etc. With these few words, I welcome CA Keyur Doshi sir for the session with a huge round of applause. Thank you so much, sir, and the floor is yours.
Thank you, Rikin Bhai, for this wonderful slide, a very crisp and a very nice introduction you shared. I am very happy. Saving a time and covered all of these things in a very single slide was really I can say it's an admiring task. Thank you so much, Rikin Bhai. Thank you so much, my friend, and as well as my senior. So I can take guidance also from him, and at times he treats me very equally. Our own WRC chairman Ketan Sayya sir, I am in touch with him since last 8 to 9 years, and it feels very happy. It feels very proud to have him as a chairman of WRC as of now. So thank you, Ketan sir, for extending this opportunity to interact with the WRC members. Maybe, as I understand, it's 1,15,000 plus chartered accountants community. So thank you for giving me such a wonderful platform to discuss my ideas and to give some learning which I have received till now. Thank you, even Vice Chairman, sir. Maybe he is, yeah, it's Piyush, sir. Because I think I'm meeting him for the very first time. I'm not in touch with him, but I'm sure that the days are going to come where we are in good touch and good relations together. So, opening this ceremony and opening this opportunity to learn Microsoft Excel for every chartered accountant on this community. Friends, trust me, I started using Microsoft Excel when I was in my 10th standard, so nearly in 2009. And then actively working on Microsoft Excel since 2011. So that was a 12th standard I clear, and I started my internship in Mumbai. So in this Mumbai firm, I started my Excel usage, and now it's like 13-14 years I'm using Microsoft Excel. And as a consultant, I started in 2016-17. So at that time, my question was that as a chartered accountant, we have a software. In Gujarat, we generally follow Genius. There is a software, and in Mumbai there is a Compu Office kind. I think name is there is a name of the software. So my question was first to my partner that why we are focusing so much on Microsoft Excel. Everything is going to be ERP based. Everything is going to be as we go to the banks. Everyone will agree to me that whenever we go to banks, everyone says that this is a CBS, core banking solution. So everything comes from there. So you did not focus much on the audit part. Everything is being automatically calculated. NPA is getting automatically calculated. Everything is automated. Okay, even CBA, 3CB and 3CD are also going to be completely automated with such kind of Compu Office and Genius softwares. So my question was to this my partner. So all those chartered accountants here who are here gathered to know more about Excel. So this will be a question of so many CA here. But trust me, friends, this is some tool which is even used by the uh, firms which have a lot of partners which are listed, maybe some private limited companies and public companies. The companies which are listed are using this kind of audit analytics tool, internal audit analytics tool, decision making for chartered accountants, audits of various different databases, right? So I will just start with this. I'll just share my screen, friends. Okay, first of all, to know the audience at large, I would request some few questions. Okay, who all on the screen are some people who are very new to the Excel, or they've just started their professional journey. Okay, as a CA or as a CA article, who all are very new to this entire Excel, who are not very much familiar with Excel. So I can modulate my topic and I can take the things faster or slower as per the audience requirements. So I would request the members in within next 2 minutes, I would like to have answers from you. If you are very new, very fresh, or you are looking forward for a very basic training, you can raise your hands. If you are very much into Excel since years, you can say advanced. So A will be your word. And if you are new to this, you can write N. N and A. N for new, A for already advanced. Yes, there are so many people. Okay, Aditi is okay, new. Oh, so every CA naturally is having a good flavor of Microsoft Excel. There are so little 10%, maybe 10 or 15% people. Okay, practice sheets can be mailing is little difficult, sir. Yes, okay. So there are new people also, 4 new people. Yeah. Okay, so yes. So if I see this data, I can analyze that there are 30% new people and 70% who are very much advanced or using Excel since long time. Okay, no problem. I'll take the things that way. 30-70 is the ratio. I'll share my screen. Yes, so you can see my screen, friends. And okay. So I'll first of all take you to this particular PPT. For the next 5 to 7 minutes, we are little bit going to some theory part, okay, for the understanding the reason of why we should now invest our time in Microsoft Excel and technologies concerned related to it. So first is, as you see that as a chartered accountant, when we are sitting in the main chairman office, so it's our own company, and we are sitting in our one cabin, and we are consulting so many companies together. So sometimes we call our team, tell me what is actually the situation of this client, have we filed the returns on time or not? What is their number of transaction? What is the turnover? Sometimes clients come and we ask our team members that what is the current turnover of this client. So all such problems comes because we don't have a dashboard for it. So what if you have your screen on your screen such kind of a dashboard where all your clients information is there. So if someone is coming, you just click on that particular client and every data comes to your screen, that what was the turnover, what was the last tax paid, what was the number of exceptions that has been generated during the audit, what was the three things which we discussed last time when the client came, what were the matters that were discussed in the last time. Such kind of dashboard can help us. And now the question comes that do we need to buy some ERP? Okay, the answer is no. We need not buy any CRM or we need not buy any ERP. Okay, why? Because in Excel and in Power BI, we can make such dashboards for our client wherein all the information is filled. So if we say this client, then what all the 12 different GST returns were filed, all those dates comes on the dashboard. Okay, so this is the importance of the CA practices getting conducted and getting the dashboards are being prepared and developed on the Power BI and Microsoft Excel. So why data analytics? We know that as an audit, what we are doing, audit is a word for chartered accountants, but for the entire world, it is nothing but data analytics. Why? Because we just see what is the data means to say you, what is that data wants to tell us that the compliance is done. We would like to know whether the transactions, cash transactions are minimal or not. We want to see that related party transactions are done or not. They are done at arm's length price or not. So everything is data analytics. Okay. In our world, we say it as an audit, but audit is nothing but it is a similar word, is a synonym for the data analytics. We all know that there are 4 types of data analytics. Okay. One is descriptive analytics. What is descriptive analytics? Can anyone tell me in the chat box? Anything that comes, only in one word you have to say. What is descriptive analytics in the chat box? I would like if everyone can interact and involve themselves, so this becomes interesting subject for everyone. I hope I have to answer it last. Okay, if someone is writing, go ahead. If you are not writing, I'll let you know what audits do we do. That is statutory audits and internal audits, whatever we do on a historical transaction basis. That those transactions have happened and now we are analyzing it. This is called descriptive analytics, what we as a chartered accountant generally do. So next is predictive analytics. What is predictive analytics? Sir, what is going to happen? So as a chartered accountant, our role is up to this, but if you are a consultant, if you are a business consultant, if you want your clients to grow, if you want your clients to be free from the risk that is going to happen occur in the future, that this will be, the team will be less, such kind of products may vanish, they may not be required anymore in the market. So this predictive analytics can help you to guide your client in the right direction. So this is one area which as a chartered accountant we can sir, what is the tool for this? So very simple. The answer to each of these analytics is only one, that is Microsoft Excel and Power BI. So if your Microsoft Excel and Power BI is very strong, then you are very well good at this particular topic, descriptive analytics. You can do audits in Excel. But what if you can do prediction with Microsoft Excel? This is really going to give you a magic. Okay. So this is a predictive analytics. And now with the use of artificial intelligence in Microsoft Excel, you can see this designer. If you can see this, there is a designer tab here. Okay. So with this designer tab, he is one employee of my company who designs PPT for me. Same way in Microsoft Excel, there is one particular utility that comes in Microsoft Excel, which can help us do prediction of this data, whichever data, audit data we are looking at. Diagnostic data. Can anyone tell me what is the diagnostic analytics? What does it mean? In the chat box, please. Don't tell me that we don't know. Okay, you know everything. We are chartered accountants. Chalo, okay. I am thinking. I think that people are little still not into the session. They're thinking something else, not into the session completely. No worries. I would appreciate if someone actually answers to these questions and take involvement in such topics. Yes, so diagnostic analytics, when we go into the depth of this data, why did this happen? For example, TDS were not deducted, okay, in this transactions. So why does it happen? Was that the ERP responsible? Was that the master alteration of some ledgers was responsible? What was that responsible because of which the TDS were not deducted? What was that reason that the GST was charged incorrectly? What was the reason that the GST was inappropriately filed? The return was inappropriately filed. What is the reason that the masters have been deleted? So you go into the diagnosis part. So again, this is an area for the chartered account. We are still here, try to understand, friends, we are still here in the area of descriptive analytics. In the Microsoft Excel and Power BI, we can jump to the advanced level of diagnostics, and this will be having no competition. For here, for example, we are doing audits in Microsoft Excel. There is a restriction that the market is charging this much audit fee, we have to charge this much audit fees. But if we shift it to this, these are really going to be the magic ones. And then the prescriptive analytics. What is prescriptive analytics? Myself, I will only answer you this question. Friends, when you give the solution to the when you give solution to the client with the help of Microsoft Excel, there is one feature called goal seek. Okay, so if you do goal seek and solvers, okay, goal seek and solvers, can do anyone know how to use goal seek and solver? Give solutions, prediction, what may happen. Yes, fine, thank you for this answers. Thank you. Please press F5. Okay, yeah, sure, I'll press F5 definitely. There's a nice suggestion, find the root cause. Okay, data validation and risk analysis. Okay, good, fine. There are so many answers which I was unable to see before some reason. Yes, so prescriptive analytics, as we were discussing, prescriptive analytics में दो चीजें, there are two things that comes to the prescriptive analytics. One is goal seek and the another is solver. Okay, how many of us know goal seek and solver? Okay, so there are so many no's here. Goal seek and solver gives you the direct solution. Suppose if I say my client wants to make some kind of profit, and these are the constraints based on my 3 team member I have, based on this much salary I give, based on my work, that is number of clients do I have, what should I pay or what should I do to earn this net profit? So this is a prescriptive analytics, which with the help of Microsoft Excel, you can give the answers of it. So not going into much theory beyond, I think this is very sufficient. What are the steps of data analytics? First is you import the data. Sir, analysis कहाँ करेंगे? पहला data होना चाहिए. You should have a data first. So that is an importing of data. First thing. Second is cleaning of it. That is a very major task. Try to understand, friends, जो ये data analytics है, what this data analysis contains, this is something which we are learning since so long. Okay, in IT trainings, advanced IT trainings, in Microsoft Excel trainings, batches and all. But this is data analysis. But there is one step which is before the data analysis that performs. So मैं आपको suppose सिखा रहा हूँ कि how do we do filtering, how do we do sorting, how do we apply free spans, how do we apply pivot tables, how do we apply pivot charts, how do we do data dashboards. But before we all do all kind of Excel operations, there is one thing which is still missing in all such different trainings, that is data cleansing. Because if your data is not clean, various features of Excel you will not be able to use. So that is the second stage. Third is dimensionality reduction. So what all data you want, it should coming to one particular page. For example, if you take master's data, there will be a debtors data, there will be a customers data, there will be a suppliers data, there will be a item data, product data, there will be so many data. But what you want in your one analysis field, that is called dimensional reduction. Then the data analysis, as we understand, and the last stage which we again fail at as a chartered accountants, we stop here. This is the last stage where that we work on. But there is one more stage that can help, that can happen over Microsoft Excel, that is visualization. Data visualization is something which can really make sense to us. So these are the different data analysis tools which we still don't learn, but it is relatively very helpful. Tableau, that is R programming, and Excel is one amongst them. Okay, if you are using Excel, then there is no problem. Excel alone can suffice this purpose. Excel and Power BI, that is what two things we generally take into picture. If some company is not in Microsoft, we make sure that we do it on Google Data Studio and so on. So these are some 3 or 4 tools for which auditor can gain an expertise on, and can improve the data analytics, and the audit skills of that organization can improve with this particular tools. So with this, I conclude my little bit on a basic orientation program. Okay, this was what the basic ideas that come to my mind whenever I share something on data analytics. Let me jump to the Microsoft Excel. Before I begin to start with Microsoft Excel from very basics, I would like to know from the people, are we all ready to learn Microsoft Excel, and whether the files have been received by you? Please write yes in the chat box. Yes, Amruta, thank you. Rikita, yes, Apurva, Tarang, Pavan. Okay, fine. So everybody is excited. Everybody has the data files. I've not got file, Disha. Okay, and other people. Okay, which file? Aditi Thakur. Okay, yes, yes. Okay, for those people who have not yet received the data, I'll again upload it on your screen because you may have joined later. I'll just upload for you guys. Please download the file and then we can take the things ahead. Yes, you can go ahead downloading it. Yes, Parth. Yes, everyone, Ashok ji. Yes, now you can download the files. Okay, you have to download these 3 files and open the file with a name first day basics. First day basics. You have to open this file first day basics. Okay, so I hope you all are able to open this file. Chat box. Okay, there is one. Please suggest kahan se download karna hai. You can just click on that file and the file will be open for you. Okay, what is file name, Aditi? The file name is first day basics. FIRST first day basics. Yes, yes, fine. So let's start learning Microsoft Excel. What is the interface? Let's try to understand, friends. What is this called? Can you write it in the chat box? इसको क्या कहा जाता है? What do we call this particular things? File, home, insert, page layout, formulas. What do we call this as? Write it in chat box. Okay, we used to call this as a menu bar. Now it's a ribbon. Yes, the answer is ribbon tabs. The correct answer is ribbon tabs. These are called ribbon tabs. Okay, in that ribbon tabs, we have this kind of different features. What do you call these features as? Yes, this is called ribbon. So in the ribbon tabs, we have ribbons, and this in clipboard, font, alignment, number, styles, cells, editing. These are called as ribbon groups. So these are the 3 things: ribbon tabs, ribbons, and ribbon groups. Okay. So this is a title bar. Okay, where we can see this what all first day basics is concerned here. And then now let's discuss the things regarding this particular sheet. So first comes is a navigation. Okay, I'm waiting file. Okay, Kamla ji, I've already shared. First time joined. I've already shared the files. Mail. Okay, can the WRC team help this 2 participants? Disha Kalibuda email ID is given, so if we can share the file to her. And second is Kamla Parmar also. Kamla Parmar can. Could you please mail me the file? Okay, Aditi also wants the file and Kamla Parmar also wants the file. Okay, so other than these 3 people, please focus here. Those people, not more than 5, please send their email IDs. And okay, people are not yet getting the file. WRC team, I would request them to please mail this files. Okay, I'm focusing on the training perspective. WRC team will help you. Please share your email IDs. So they will share these files with you. Once you are back with your files, okay, you just write ready in the chat box, ready. So I can take the things ahead. Yes. So first of all is navigation. So what is navigation? That if you want to reach somewhere in the data, for example, let's go to this data sheet. And if I am at this A1, okay, so this is my A1, the first cell in this entire Excel file. So at times when many times it becomes necessary that you reach to the end of this data. Why? Because I want to enter some new data or I want to see where the data ends. Okay. So if for some purpose, if you want to go to the last record, what is the navigation? Can somebody share in the chat box? What is the shortcut to go to the last record? Oh, there are so many email IDs. Control. Okay, control. What is next? Control end. No, not control end. Control down. Yes, thank you for this answer. Control end is for the last record, last column, but as of now I'm just asking you the same column, last record. So it's control down. The correct answer is control down. So when I just do control down, so many of the team members generally does like this. They just scroll it down. Even today we have this practice, what we have called some habit, okay, which we generally follow. We don't know, consciously, subconsciously, we just scroll down. Okay, and luckily we get the audit data also in some records, okay, 500, 1000 records, okay, maybe. So at that times your purpose also gets served. So you don't realize that what habit do you have which stops your productivity. So first knowledge, first skill for this particular session is control down. When you do control down, you reach to the end of this. And somebody also informed that control end, they are also correct. When you do control end, you reach to the last row and last column. So when I do control end, see, I reach to the last row and last column used for this Excel file. So if I ever have used any column, for example, K column, and if I have ever used the last row 2341, then this will come to the 2341 and K column. So this will be the last column and last row till which I have worked in this Excel file so far. Okay, so I can reach to the last record with control down and control end. So this was the first learning of navigation. Second navigation, somebody tells you that kindly go to C50. So don't do like this. You go to C, you go to 50, don't do. You just use this cell address and write whatever you want to. And you reach this place. Okay, so this is a navigation. Maybe this is not that helpful because we never know that what is in C2000, right? So at that time, you can even write some cell address. Okay, here if you write, for example, if I write that this is my commission rate, for example, this, let me take this 80. Okay, so 80 is my basic commission. Okay, so if you can just write here, basic commission, and you can spell that particular cell address. Whenever you write this address, you reach that particular place. Okay, so that is called navigation within the sheets. Second thing, sometimes we have a habit of using our mouse again and again to go to the several sheets. Many of us, okay, naturally, when we go from, when someone asks me that from data you want to go to interface, you want to go to basics, you want to go sheet 13, at all those times you just take your mouse in your hands and then you manually select this particular sheets. But what if you want to continuously see, refer from this and do this here, refer from this, do this here, refer from this, do this here. So we do this repetitive task again and again. Okay, so what we should do is, friends, we should do control page up, page up, page down, page up, page down, page up, page down. So this is little easier. Okay, it takes a lot of saving a lot of time. Okay, so do control page up, page down, and you reach to the particular sheet which you want to reach at. Is this clear, friends? Yes, control page up and reach down. Thank you so much. Madhvi, Hardik, everybody is taking good interest and able to understand it well. Okay, so far, any queries? Anyone, friends? I hope there is no queries here. What is this 30DF? Yes, okay, fine, fine. So everybody is up to this navigation. So that is the navigation from one sheet to another sheet. Can we open new window through view ribbon? Okay, for example, view, in this, what you want to say, new window. Yeah, you can use this new window also, right? So this is also a part of, this is a part of view I am talking about, right? As of now, I'm talking about navigation. So I would just close this file and I come to the basic window. Why this new window is helpful? Sometimes you have an extended window. Okay, you want to see this and do this here. You want to see this, you want to do here. So and then we can open this second screen and do the effects, whatever we want to. Okay, so I'm talking about navigation, so I'm not focusing on this particular aspect. But yes, Hitashji, you are right. You can open new window through view ribbon and then take it to the extended window, and then you can operate whatever you want to do with respect to your audits. So please repeat last. Okay, so as I mentioned, Aditi, that we were talking about the navigation. If I am on this first record, if I want to go to the last record, I have to press control down. So this is a shortcut for going to the last record of the same column. And if I want to reach to the last column, last row, okay, so I have to use control M. These were the two shortcuts. And control page up, page down, page up, page down, page up, page up, page up, page down, page up, page up, page down. So this is how you can scroll. This is how you can navigate to different sheets. Okay, alt tab, we all know alt tab is for the navigating from one workbook to the another workbooks. We want several workbooks, so you should never do like this, that you have opened some 10 Excel files and you again go to this place and then you see the files and then you select the files. Please use Alt tab. Okay, so if I am opening some another file also here. Okay, so what happens, friends, there are so many things as of now going on. Two Microsoft Excel files are there, Google Chrome is there, Ultra Viewer is there. Okay, I have some PPTs also working. Okay, I have some folders also open. So when I do Alt tab, see what happens is I have to go somewhere. For example, if I'm going to first day basics, and now the another time I go to day 100. So now I just do Alt tab, things are easier for me. I hope everybody knows it, but sometimes these small things also may save a lot of time if you are not doing. So use Alt tab to go to the several, you navigate to the several workbooks. To navigate to the other sheets, you can use control page up, page down. In the same page, if you want to scroll from here to control end, but with a selection, how you can do it. If you want to select the entire cells till end, what you can do, there is one shortcut which we everybody know, that is control A. But I'm not here to train you on control A, because we all know. I'm here to tell you that there is one, two things which as a tip and trick which really becomes helpful to us. First thing is, whenever you use control, okay, whenever you use control, it calls for your multiple fingers. Okay, what do I mean when I say this? Control can never be used alone. So if I say control, then I leave control, okay, and then I do down, so it never works. Okay, so control is always used with the various fingers. So control can work when you do control 1, control 2, control up, control down, control page up. Anything with control is a function where you need to press multiple keys together. So why I'm saying this, we all know control C, control V, there is nothing new. Why you are emphasizing on this topic? Because there is another button on this keyboard which is really very helpful in shortcuts, but we don't know that this particular key can be used alone. What do you mean to say, Kayur? The another key which I'm talking about is Alt. So how does the Alt work? Whenever you press any shortcut with Alt, you need not keep all your fingers together. Suppose I'll just press Alt. See, my all the hands are here. Okay, so then I say H. My all the hands are here. I say 1. Okay, so bold has happened. So whenever you press any shortcut which is from Alt, can you tell me the shortcut? Yes, we generally apply pivot tables in a day. In a day, I apply at least 50 pivot tables minimum. Sometimes more than that. Maybe as a CA, you may be applying that pivot tables 10 times a day or 5 times a day, 20 times a day, maybe. So in that point of time, what we do, we have several practices. We generally go to date, for example, insert, when then we go to pivot tables. Somebody uses a shortcut. So if somebody uses a shortcut, what they do is they press all the keys together. Okay, Alt uh, Alt NVT is the shortcut. Okay, so when I say Alt, my all fingers are here. N, my all fingers here. V, my all fingers here, and T. So this is one thing which we should understand. Any shortcut with control needs to be pressed together. Any shortcut with Alt never needs to be pressed together. It is a different thing which you can execute individually. Okay, so I go to navigation again, and I was talking about that control shift thing. Okay, so what is that control shift thing, friends? When you don't want to go to the last record, but you want to go to the last record along with selection. So when you say that all those records should be a bold records, they should look bold. Okay, so when I say control shift down, the moment I do control shift down, I get selected this thing. So everybody in the chat box, did you understand what I did? Control shift down. Okay, control space bar somebody mentioned. Okay, very nice. But Mittalben, what will happen is when you do control space bar, the entire column gets selected. I don't want to select the entire column. I just want to select the data which is in that particular column. Okay. Yes, Sunilji. Very nice. So fine. Control shift selection and down up. Yes, perfect. Control shift down. Perfect, Govinda. Perfect, Vishalji. Perfect, Sunil. Perfect, Shivkant. Very nice. Very nice. So the same goes for right hand side. कंट्रोल शिफ्ट राइट करेंगे तो फर्स्ट पूरा हाईलाइट हो जाएगा, कंट्रोल शिफ्ट डाउन करेंगे, कंट्रोल शिफ्ट अप करेंगे, whatever we do it selects. So suppose कई बार क्या होता है फ्रेंड्स, दैट मुझे ना लास्ट कॉलम में यहाँ पे कुछ फॉर्मूला लिखा हुआ है, फॉर एग्जांपल इक्वल टू नीड या इक्वल टू इफ कंडीशन, जो भी कुछ आपने लिखा है। नाउ व्हाट हैपेंस, व्हाट वी जनरली डू इज, ये आपका हो जाए ना, उसके बाद हम इस पे डबल क्लिक करते हैं। Why? चलो I'll explain one by one. I'll take the things, okay, for you navigation. So in that, control shift down करने से ये हुआ, control shift right करने से ये हुआ. So this control shift is clear for everyone. Control shift down, control shift right, control shift up, control shift left, everything you can use with the control and shift. So these are the basic navigations that I was talking about. Okay, so after that, navigations up, down, right, left, selected also we have done, jump between the sheets, control page up, page down we have done. First cell, full data, it's a control home. We know that full data, first cell we want to reach, it's control home. Last cell of the full data, control end. So control home घर पे जाना, control end एकदम end पे जाना. Repeat action, so this is one again a very beautiful feature which is a part of basics, but maybe we don't know, so we are wasting a lot of time in our practical life. Okay, so what is that repeat action? Try to understand, friends. Whatever you are doing it for one time and you want that thing to be happening every time. Okay, for example, this is the data, and I feel that what all data which I want, uh, what all data in this is the data which I want to highlight it for the management or for my boss, principal boss. Okay, and I am working with my boss. So for example, I want to highlight this data to my boss or to the management, my client. So what I do is, here I apply some color or apply some font, apply some format, for example this. Okay, so this is what I want. So now what as a majority of us may be doing is, when we feel that this particular action needs to be repeated for some other cases as well. So for example, delete sheet, I want to do the same thing for delete sheet as well. So what we generally do, we select and we do this. How many of us do the same thing? Please write it in the chat box. Control R, control R, not maybe. Yes, the correct answer is F4. Very good that you identified the correct answer. If you are doing something again and again, for example, you are doing a resizing of columns, if you are applying some format, if you are using anything except formula, okay, except formula, if you are applying anything here, any kind of formatting, for example, if I'm making this as bold, then again this as bold, again this as bold, again this as bold, I'm just using F4. I'm not going to this record and then saying bold. I'm not going to this record and saying it bold. I'm not going to this record and saying it bold. So must remember thing for everyone that F4 is the shortcut for repetitive action. Is that clear, friends? In the chat box, please. Yes, if you are clear. Immediate previous action. Very nice line written by him. Immediate previous action. जो भी किया था last. This control Y also. No, control Y is undo. It's not a F4 thing. Please make it clear for you. Yes, somebody, Anandji. Yes, Anandji. Control Y is for undo. For example, if I have done this, okay, and by mistake I did italic. Oh, no, sorry. What I did was something wrong. I applied some formula or I did something, okay, to distract whatever it was earlier. So now I felt that what was last, that was very perfect. What I did is really not perfect. So control Z or control Y can really help. Control Z. What is control Z? Okay. So now if I did this, for example, here I did bold. Then I realized, no, I should not done it. I should do control Z. Then after putting control Z, I felt that no, it was earlier was a right thing. Okay, so now what happens is I need to go again to bold. Okay, but we need not do it. So I'll do control Y. So I'll do control Z. So I'm coming back to that shape which it was earlier. Then again coming back to that shape, that is control Y. So this control Y is going somewhere else, I guess. But there is an undo. Okay, so repeat the action is F4. Everybody is clear with this? Repeat the action is F4. Control Z is undo. Yeah, that control Y is redo, not undo. It's my mistake. Control Y is redo, okay, and repeat the action. So maybe he's right, Anand is saying Right till now I've used F4 as my repetitive action. Okay, maybe your control Y also is the right solution for it. Definitely it can happen. Okay, so let's go to the navigation part, as we are already clear about the navigation part. Control down, control right, with shift selection and control, things are being already taken care. So now what next is auto fit row height. Friends, what happens is in some data, some records comes like this. There is lot of data, there is no data, but lot of space here. Again, this is space here. Sometimes it comes like this. Okay. And I say right here, data also. Okay. So now you cannot see this data. Okay. So there is lot of data here, and I do rep text. Okay. But this particular row is looking like this. When we mail the file or when we import the file, we can see that there is record, some record here, but this size, that is height of this row is not proper. Okay, same way the things happen with the columns as well. Okay, so in that particular situations, how to, you cannot go and select and एक cell देख के आप उसकी height बढ़ाने जाओगे तो it will take a lot of time. Okay, so what we can do in that instances is you do a auto height. Auto height का मतलब क्या? Sir, in this cell, there is a height is required of only one record. So the height should be this much only. For this should be this much only. For this should be this much only. You cannot do all these things, right? It is not, it is a wastage of time. So what you need to do in this situation, suppose you have got this kind of data and you feel that printing this data will be a real problem. So what you can do is you have to select this and you have to say Alt HOA. Wow, the things happened for me. It's really wonderful. So Alt HOA, if you want to write it somewhere or you want to memorize, please memorize. Alt HOA is a shortcut for auto height of the records, and definitely it is going to be helpful to you because the data comes from software, and in software all these heights are really very different in all these cases. So if you don't want to waste the space on the screen, you select this data, do Alt HOA. So this is the answer. And the another shortcut for this is Alt HOA. Okay, some people are Alt HOA. Yes, thank you, great. Not Alt H plus W, but it's Alt HOA. And the another short, can you type the command? Yeah, sure. Alt H plus O plus A. Alt HOA. And the another shortcut is Alt HOI. Sir, what is this shortcut? Friends, you should appreciate this fact that whenever we get this kind of data, it is always that thing happens with us, that the date column is always very short, microwave is too long, unnecessary, it is using space, the country is too long for it, there is no necessary space for this. In this country, we have this kind of, such kind of data exists. Do you agree with me? Such kind of data comes to you as for an audit. Do you agree with this? Yes or no in the chat box. Yes, Anandji. Yes, Jigneshji, Venkatji. Yes, great. So what we need to do, what we do generally do, friends, all of us, what we do is we generally, we are very kind-hearted. We one by one, we just manage. Okay, this is fine. There is no problem. Okay, so here, okay, you should take. Okay, is this okay? Looks to be okay. Fine. Is this okay? Okay, so now I'll just scroll it. Okay, now it looks okay. Fine. This is okay. No, it's not using. This is okay. Such type of things, how many of us do? Yes, we still do that like this. Yes. Many of us, right. Many of us, because some things happens very subconsciously. Okay, we don't know what is the time that we are wasting. Even today also, I make some kind of mistakes like this because we don't use Excel now. Every now and then, when I train, I realize, oh, I'm training others that you use this, and even I am not using this. So it's a very basic element called habit. Okay, habit makes us unproductive sometimes. So now, what in this situation, what do you want to say? Okay, what you want me to learn if this question is like this? Okay, so I come back to the position where I was earlier. Okay, so this is the position. I opened this Excel file for the first time and I can see that some unnecessary spaces are also there. Some less column widths are also there. So I have to just select this. And earlier I was writing Alt HOA, HOA. Now I will write Alt HOI. So I'll write Alt, all my fingers here, O, all my fingers, sorry. Alt, fingers here, H, fingers here, O, fingers here, and I. Wow. All the columns are justificationally properly being properly divided. So now this is a data where I can operate. Okay, so if you have 20 columns, if you have 6 columns, there is no problem. It will directly column auto width fit. Okay, so it will automatically fit all the column widths. Is that an interesting thing? Alt OE, OE and Alt OA. Yes, Alt OE. Sorry, I'll just write it again. Alt OE. Yes, Sunil ji. Sir, possible to share the sessions? Yes, maybe some recordings are taking place. So, right, somebody told Alt Oka. Okay, yes, that is also a right shortcut. This was an old shortcut in the last Microsoft Excel. Definitely, you can keep continuing using that particular shortcut. I have written Alt Hoi and Alt Hoa as per my current understanding, but that will definitely work. Alt Hoi will also work, and Alt Oka will also, Alt Oki also will also work. So this is auto fit height and auto fit column width. Is that okay? Double click on the column. Yeah, definitely. That is also a very good point. When somebody said that if I select this entire columns and then I click on this one particular column, that will also definitely work. No problem to it. Okay. But I generally have a habit of Alt Hoi, Alt Hoa, but you can use that too. But if you can do this with some columns, but this may be, I think that it will be all the columns will have same particular length. Let's take it as an example. For example, I take it this way, okay, and I this have, okay, let me try what he wants to say. I select this columns, okay, and when I do double click, no, it's not working, friend. So if I do a double click here, if I do this, then what wrong will happen? Every column will have a 10.43 width. So that is not a right logical sense, right? So Alt Hoi and Alt Hoa is only to your help. Alt Hoi and Alt Hoa. So somebody wrote it that I can do double click on the columns, then maybe not select the entire sheet and double click. Okay, I'm just trying again, select entire sheet and double click on this. Okay, so maybe that works. Yes, you have to click the entire sheet. Yes, I tried it and it is really working. You can keep on continuing that. That is perfect. So let's do something else later than this particular part. I go to the basics. Yeah, so we have done this auto row height and auto column width. Insert row and column. So what is the shortcut? We eventually, whenever using any record, we keep on inserting some row. There are multiple ways of adding a row. I generally use this one particular way of adding a row is Control plus. When I do Control plus, I can see this 4 options in front of me. 4 options, Control plus. One is Shift cell right. So if I do this, okay, there will be one new cell and this China, APEC, 1st July, everything will be adjusted, will be shifted to the right side records. So only one particular row will be impacted. Okay, entire column will not come, entire row will not come. Only this cell will be clear. So let's do it to understand. If I say, okay, see China, APEC, everything shifted to one right, and there is a one cell available here. So that is called Control plus. So that is not Control plus. I am just sorry for the correction. It is Control Shift plus. When you do Control Shift plus, you can see the screen here, and you can see Shift cells right, Shift cells down. So what is Shift cell down? Let's understand. Sir, जब insert करते हैं, तो ये particular जो row है, वो right hand side नहीं जानी चाहिए. जो ये वाला record है ना, China, South Africa, India, Thailand, वो नीचे जाना चाहिए. So when you say Control Shift plus and you say Shift cells down, then China goes little down and the entire row, entire one cell gets clear. So this is how you insert a cell, not a row. So now how to select, how to apply, how to insert a new row? If you say Control plus, there is one way, that's insert a new row. Okay, and if you want to delete, so it is Control plus also works. Control plus. So sometimes it happens that in your keyboard, the plus that is on the exact right of the keyboard. Okay, so the plus sign which is next to the numeric keypad. If you use this Control plus, see, I'm doing with that plus. If you are using a plus which is besides the backspace, okay, which is besides the backspace, that particular plus will not work. Okay, you have to work. Why? Because it will take it as control equal to. Okay, so it will not understand what you are saying. So what you have to do is you have to use control plus. This control plus and this is control minus. So this is the shortcut of adding a row and deleting a row. Control plus and control minus, control shift plus and control shift minus. Is this okay, friends? Write it in chat box. Okay, Amruta ji, do you want me to repeat? So what is that you want to repeat? Okay, somebody, Vishal ji, write Alt IR. Yes, definitely Alt insert rows, Alt insert columns. Perfect. Y shift plus. Okay, okay. Anandji, the key that you see besides your backspace is actually a equal to key. It's actually a equal to key. Okay, it's not a plus key. To activate that plus, you have to use it with shift. So when you say control shift plus, so it's the button is only control plus, but that plus is not getting activated. To activate this, you have to use with shift. Is that okay, Anandji? Everyone, Salman ji, shortcut to select row. Okay, yes. Somebody asked, what is the shortcut to selecting a row? It's simple. Shift plus space. Shift plus space. To select a column, control space bar. These are the very simple things. Sometimes I forget to train, okay, and I use it, and the participants say that, how did you do it? Okay, so it's really very important to learn all these shortcuts. Shift space bar is a row selection. Control space bar is a column selection. Please note it in your books. This is really going to save a lot of time for you. Is that okay? If you give me a green signal, then I can take it ahead. Shift space. Yes, Altoka, please repeat the commands after that. Please repeat the commands after that. I don't know what all commands I have learned. I just taught about inserting a row and deleting of a row and column. So let me explain you what I said. Control plus. So what is that plus? Besides the numeric keypad, if I press control plus, then it asks me which is the row. I say entire row. F4, 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 F4. So F4 is actually saving me a lot of time. Okay. Control minus. It may asks me, what do you want to do? I say entire column. Okay. Sorry, entire column, entire row it was. Control minus, entire row I want to remove. F4, delete, 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 delete. So this is inserting of a row with control plus, deleting a row with control minus. Somebody mentioned Alt I R, Alt IC. What does this mean? Let's see. Alt I R. Alt I. It's not Alt IR, friend. Somebody not Alt I. It's H I. It's Alt HIR and Alt HIC. Somebody wrote HR and C. No, it's not I. It is Alt HIR, Alt HIC. Is that clear, friends? Inserting of a rows and columns. Can we go to the next topic? What has covered before F4? Sorry, Prajakta ji would not be able to repeat because we have a lot of content to cover in a very small time. Okay, you can ask some of your friends. They would be definitely be able to help you out. What to use to deselect the selected row? Okay, for example, I have selected shift space bar. Then nothing has to be done. Wherever you want to go, it will, wherever you just click the button, the row will get deselected. Okay, so shift space bar, this is selected. If you want to deselect it, just remove it. That's okay. Okay, so there is nothing strange in this particular area. So let's go to the next topic. Till now everything is okay. I would like to ask to the public at large here, everything is fine so far? Somebody wants me to repeat the earlier topics, but that is not possible. Yes, Rajesh ji, thank you. Venkat ji, yes, great, great. Unable to join audio. Okay, because you as a participant you cannot speak here, because if you speak, the everybody else will get maybe distracted. You can write it here, something if it is urgent. If I can solve your problem, you can write it here. Okay, so everybody is, sir, please share can you recording after the lecture? Yeah, sure, Akshay ji. WRC team can definitely help you out with this. Can you repeat the row insertion and cancelling? Okay, sure, I can definitely repeat. Sir, can you please write shortcut keys in sheet also? Yeah, definitely I can do it. Okay, chalo, I'll get do it done. Coverage for today's session. Okay, you don't know, it is already covered. It is already given to you in the, if the comments could not be sent to you after the class. Okay, chalo, let me write the shortcuts here. Okay, and the content we have here, this is the content which we are going to cover: introduction and navigation, data entry tips and shortcuts, which are we are currently also giving together, formatting of numbers, dates, and currencies. Everything I'll be taking care of. Don't worry, I'll take care of everything. Okay, don't worry that already 1 hour is finished and I'm still not able to learn the first things. Don't worry about it. Whatever the process is, just enjoy whatever we are sharing, because these tricks can really help you save your time. So now going to the next point, somebody suggested me that you write the shortcuts also here. I will definitely write insert rows and columns. It's Alt HIR for rows, Alt HIC for inserting of rows and columns, selecting the rows and columns, which we already mentioned, Shift space for row selection, Control space for column selection. Inserting of sheet, it's Alt HIS. So when I space Alt HIS, a new sheet gets created. Simple shortcut, because sometimes what we do, we go here, we click on this, we create right click, insert. This is generally what we do. But the shortcut is Alt HIS. And what is renaming of a sheet? Alt HOR. This is a shortcut for renaming of the sheet. For example, whenever I feel that this is not the right name of the sheet, I want to rename. I just take my mouse here, I do right click and I say rename. But don't waste your time using your mouse again and again. If you feel that this needs to be changed, just write Alt HOR. Okay, no need of moving your mouse. Alt HOR is the shortcut. I'll just write it here. Okay, Alt HDS is the shortcut for deleting of sheet. If I feel that this is not really necessary, Alt HDS. I have deleted my sheet. So it is so easy, so it is so fast for you to use all these shortcuts. How to remember shortcut? अब again सबसे बड़ा question कि सर याद कैसे रखें? हमें तो सबके नाम भी याद नहीं रहते ऑफिस के. So how we can remember the shortcuts? Then it is a very simple thing. Generally, a person has to use the same shortcuts again and again. For example, someone using pivot tables every time, he has to use Alt NVT. Sometimes some people want to clean the data, then they always use Alt HOI, Alt HUA. Then what happens is, generally when you feel that there is a new function which you need to use again and again, don't take your mouse in your hand and again go to that place and use that thing again and again. It's the only one time that you are going to learn this formula. Okay, how you can do it? You just press Alt. Now see what you want to call. What do you want from here? I say data. A. Now that what you want here, I said remove duplicates. So now I am knowing the shortcuts. The shortcut of remove duplicates is Alt AM. So wherever I am, I know every time wherever I go to any sheet, I need to remove the duplicates. The shortcut is Alt A. So how to remember? The answer is not that you don't have to remember the shortcuts. The answer is that you need not remember the shortcuts like a syllabus. That चलो पहले home के सारे shortcuts याद रख लिए, फिर insert के सारे याद रख लिए, फिर पेज लेआउट के सारे शॉर्टकट्स याद कर लिए. अगर 100 रिबन्स हैं और 100 के 100 शॉर्टकट्स आप बुक में लेके पहले पेज से तीसरे पेज, पांचवें पेज, 10वें पेज तक शॉर्टकट याद करने बैठोगे, if you try to remember by learning all the shortcuts, then that is not the right solution. What you feel that मेरी ये 10-12 चीजें, these are the 10-12 things which are generally I perform on my Excel sheets. Then you just do once on this keyboard with the help of Alt. For example, Alt A, Alt A, then flash will FF. Suppose if I do this one time, then I have to again use this shortcut again and again. So you need not remember all the shortcuts which is right side, left side of this particular feature. You just remember the feature shortcut which you are using again and again. And how to know that shortcut? It is simple. Alt, then you go as the situation comes. Alt A V. So this is the shortcut, Alt AV. So you need not remember all the other shortcuts also, and you can get the things done. Well, how to do hide? Generally, we use hide. It's Control 9. Control 9 is for hiding a row, okay? And Control 0 is the shortcut for hiding a column. So hiding a row, I'll just write Control 9. And hiding a column, Control 0. So 9 and 0 can help you hide the rows and columns. Unhide. Unhide, you need to check. I just think that I'll just say Control 9 and then Control Shift 9. Okay, so if you want to do the same thing to be unhidden, okay, so you have to just use Shift with this. Control Shift 9. Control Shift. So this is a shortcut to unhide the hidden things. So Control C, Control V, we know. Undo, okay. Control Z, we know. Move or copy sheets. This is again a very important thing. For example, you have a very good Excel file. You have the audit data here, and you feel that I want to move somewhere. Okay, this particular sheet I want to move to some another file. Then you can just right click it. You can say move or copy, and then you can select the Excel file where you want to move, and then you can say create a copy, and I say okay. For example, let me check how does this work. Interface, right click, move or copy. I want to create a copy in a new Excel file. This particular new file should have this only interface here, and I click create a copy. Why create a copy I have selected? If I deselect it, then what will happen, friends? If I deselect it, so I don't select it, this entire interface will go from here. It will travel from here to the new file. So that old file will never have this interface sheet. So that is a problem. If you want this sheet to go somewhere, but should have their presence in the first file also, then do create a copy. If I do create a copy and I say, okay, there will be a new file, new Excel file with this interface tab, and the old file also has an interface tab. But if I do move or copy and I don't select this create a copy and I say new file, I have book 1 for example, and then I say okay, so now you see the file, the entire tab has disappeared from here, so which can be a real problem to us in the future. So you can always do create a copy, not creating a copy, move or copy. Is that okay, friends? Till here everybody is with me? Control 9 or control open? Control 9 is the shortcut. Yes. Okay. Fine. Fine. Yes. Great. Sarija, thank you. Anything else, friends? Please repeat. Okay. Fine. I'm repeating it. For example, I want to move or copy. If I want to copy, I will say move or copy and I'll select this. So I want to create a copy of this particular entire sheet. Okay. Not a workbook, only sheet. The entire sheet gets copied, and where do you want to paste it? In the same file or in some new workbook or the other opened files? जितनी भी file open है ना उसके अंदर मुझे ये particular tab को लेके जाना है. Then you can select it from here. If you want a new fresh file, you can write in the new book as well. And if you want to move this particular instance, don't select this. If you want to copy this instance to the another workbook, you can just create a copy. Is that okay? The person who asked me to repeat it. Full video share in email. I want to know a usage of Control E. Control E is for flash fill. It's for the flash fill. It is not available in Excel Professional. Okay. Please repeat. Okay. Kalpesh ji, is this clear? आपके लिए मैंने repeat किया था. Is this clear? Copy a sheet, etc. Right click doesn't work. Right click doesn't work. Okay. I don't understand Padma Balakrishnan sir. What is Control Shift O to unhide columns? Let me check. For example, if I do Control 0, so my column got hidden. Control Shift O. No, it is not so. You are right. It's not Control Shift 0. It needs to be checked, but it's not Control Shift 0. Okay. So if I say Control 9 and Control Shift 9, that is true in this context. Control 0, the column gets hidden. But how to unhide this column, I need to check. Okay, maybe from home I can see. I'll tell you the shortcut as well. Home and sorry, view, it's hidden. Okay, so so it's a column and hidden. So there is a shortcut Control 0. Okay, unhide columns. So it's Control Shift. Okay. So that same thing we were actually doing, okay, but I need to check. I'll let you know. Okay, so this is, we know that these three things: control row, sorry, hide rows, unhide rows, hide columns, and unhide columns. We are little unaware about this thing. It is not working because they have saved this thing. For as of now, you have to just use this particular thing, unhide columns. So it's not getting done. Okay. Okay, I understood the point. The shortcut is the same which I mentioned. Okay, the shortcut is this only. You have to select the columns which you want to unhide it, and then you can press Control Shift 0. So these shortcuts, whichever I have mentioned, these are the correct shortcuts. The only problem was that I have not selected the space. It is necessary to select the space to tell the system that I want to unhide the columns between these columns. So if I do the selection of this trim shortcut which I shared here, Control Shift 0, is going to help. Somebody said that is it 0 or is it a bracket close? So you can consider it as a bracket close thing in this particular scenario. So copy paste is clear. Undo is Control Z is clear. Move or copy sheets we have already covered. Bold, italic, underline भाई स्कूल से सीख रहे हैं, इसमें कोई सीखने की जरूरत नहीं है. It's Control B, Control I and Control U. If you want to use it in your headings or something, you can definitely use. So this is the basic thing which I have to cover in the present part. I'll just take you to the content part. Now what next we are going to cover, that is formatting. So tips and shortcuts I have shared. Formatting cells, yahan se hum shuruaat karte hain. Okay, in the very next 50 minutes we have to cover these things. Okay, so everybody's rapt attention here. Okay, you have this entire recording. Okay, you can refer it again and again as per the WRC's makes available to you, or on some YouTube if they can update, then they can definitely, you can definitely again and again watch this. So for the coming 50 minutes, I would definitely appreciate if you give your rapt attention here without any distraction, and you follow each and everything which I say. Okay, though not practically it is possible in the 50 minutes to practice this, but I will say very important things here. Though you are an advanced level of Excel user, you will be definitely going to learn something here. Okay, something or the other thing, there will be some good things which I'm going to share in the upcoming 50 minutes. So everybody's rapt attention here. So let me take you to the formatting of cells. So in this formatting of cells, the first thing I will open this file which we have already shared, day 1 practice sheet. You don't make yourself busy in opening this file, finding a file, not getting a file. So there is a problem. No query is now answered. Everybody should give attention to this topic. So let me go to this file, day 1 practice sheet, and I have to format something. So my first question is that, sir, whenever I open my Excel file of my client, I feel that there are the numbers are coming in millions. Okay, so this answer looks like this. If you say this, the millions look like this. Okay, so this is the problem with me. When I do this, see, it came in my original format, but in your system it will come like this. How many of you face this kind of problem? 1 million. So everything comes in thousands. How many of you face this problem? Tell me in the chat box. Yes. So how to solve this problem? How to solve this problem? Windows plus Alt R. Viewers can record this session by doing Windows Alt R. Okay. Some hacks he's sharing with you. Okay, great. Satvik, thank you. Chalo. Nee, there's someone else. Okay. Amanji shared this trick. How we recover the sheet if we deleted wrongly? Control Z is the solution. Okay. So sometimes even deleting a sheet may not be available to you. So what you do in this instance is, if you come across such kind of scenario, you close this one. Then it will ask you, do you want to save? You say no. Then that particular sheet will come back. So that is not a 100% solution. I'm just sharing what it generally came to my mind. Okay, you can use it and you can see if this is helpful for you. So now the question is, sometimes my Excel is showing me the numbers in millions. Okay, so how I can get it in lakhs and thousands, which I want it as per my Indian standards. So how can I go about it? This is my first challenge. So what you need to do is nothing within Microsoft Excel. Sir, Microsoft Excel में कुछ नहीं करना है. Go to your Windows and tell your Windows that you are not in US, you are in India. Okay, the moment you will tell your system that you are not in US, you are in India, it will show you in thousands and lakhs. Sir, how to do it? Let's just go to this part and say adjust date and time. In this adjust date and time, you can see one thing here, date and time regional formatting. So when you go to date and time regional formatting, you can see here some country and the regional format. You have to write India both the places, India and English India. If you mention India and English India, I am very sure that your two problems will be solved here. Two problems. Everyone's attention here. I'm going to repeat this for you guys. How to recover a ship which is a password protected. Please don't deviate now. It is not in the content. I have not shared that thing. Please don't ask me right now. Okay. For the time purpose, I have to stop you, friends. So India and English India. Okay. So I'll go back to this particular thing. Again, I'm telling you the problem. What is the problem? Generally, I see my numbers in my Excel as 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. What is million, sir? Mean to say that there will be a comma after every 3 zeros. Okay, that is what called we call it as million. But we don't want in millions. We want in lakhs and thousands. It should be 1 lakh, then 1 comma 00 comma 3 zeros. So how to do about it? Or there is a date written here, and I can see that whenever I write some date, now friend, that what happens is, sorry, I will just write a date here. Whenever I write date, I write some date. What happens to my system is that I always write, for example, 12th of August, but it gets converted to 8th of December. Many of us will be facing this problem. It is because your system doesn't know that you are in India. It feels that you are in US. So that is the reason why this is happening. So what you need to do is you have to go here, you have to say right click and say adjust date and time. Everybody's attention here, date and time. Don't go and change your systems right now. Okay, please, you just focus it over here. You just tell your date and time regional formatting that I am an Indian and I speak on English India. The moment you select, there's no need of saving it. Just when you select it, your two things will change. One thing, your date here will get a proper format, and as soon as this window will get a proper format, even your Excel will get a proper format. So that was written here 12th of August, and it was showing you 8th of December will get now corrected, and it will show you a August date. Is this clear, friends? So that is the first thing which we wanted to know, numbers in thousands and lakhs and not millions. The another thing is a custom formatting. So now suppose I have 11 debit balance, 11 credit balance, 22 debit balance in my bank statement. So now when I try to just select this, my expectation was that this should show me 33, but it is showing me 2 count. Why? Because the moment I write DR, the moment I write CR, the moment I write pieces, for example, 12 pieces, 15 pieces. And when I select this, I should get 17 pieces, right? But it will show me count. How many of you face this problem? Sorry, friends, I won't be able to repeat. I would suggest you go through the session. Yes, this is the problem which we everyone face. Yeah. So now how to solve this problem? Friends, it's very simple to solve this problem. If you have 11 DR, when there is DR written here, it is really creating a problem. So what you need to do is you just select this, you write Control F and you write replace DR with space, replace all. So here there was a date format, so it is showing me this. I just say that I want a number. So now it is in numbers, and when you select this, it is showing you 33. First thing. So just remove that content part. But sir, this is also not doable. I said, why it is not doable? When I print my report, I want DR to be shown. I want CR to be shown. But when I calculate this cells, the DR and CR should not be considered. So that is the current problem of a chartered accountant. Then if if he replaces DR, CR, or if he removes pieces, cages, then he will not be able to know what kind of unit it is actually. Okay. But he wants that unit to be shown, but it should not be a text in this record. So when I press on this, I can see 11. When I press on this, I can see 12 pieces, but I want that 12 pieces and 15 pieces. But when I click on this and I select this, I want to see it as a 27. So how I can do it? When I select this, I want it to be 33, but I want to show this as 11 DR, 22 DR. Then how we can get it? Let's learn this. Control 1. Control 1, you can go to custom. In that custom, in this type, you can write hash. Hash means the value, okay? Space. What do you want to be shown here as? I say DR. I want to see here DR. So try to understand what we are doing as of now is when you write space hash space dr or hash space inverted commas rupees or hash space pieces in double inverted commas, then it is just showing you that there is a dr but not getting into data. So let's see. I say okay. So now you can see that there is a 22 dr here, okay, for the presentation to the management, but in actually the value of this cell is only 20. I'll just repeat it for the people because it is a very new knowledge for everyone amongst us, that how I managed to bring. For example, if I write 12 and 15, I want to see these as pieces, okay? But it should have a value of 12 and 15 only, because when I do 12 plus 15, I get an answer, and the view is like that: 12 pieces and 15 pieces or 15 cages. How we can do it? Control 1, custom. I remove this and I say hash. Hash is for the value, whatever value it is. Space, double inverted commas, I say pieces. And I say. So now what you can say is, you have a 12 pieces, you can show it to the management, but it is having an actual value of only 12. So now when I do this 12 plus 15, suppose this is a kgs, I say control plus and I say custom and I say here hash space and I say here kgs. I say okay. So now you can see that there is a 12 pieces and 15 kgs for the presentation to the management. But if I want to total it, I can just total this and you can see the answer here. See, this is the answer for you. 27 pieces. Or it can say 27. So it is getting double. It is getting total. If I press this, you can see the cell element is only 12. If you select this, you can see the element is only 50. Okay, so this is what a number formatting, custom number formatting and the number formatting we have seen so far. Then comes date in DDMMYY. I've already shared that if you, this is all about the Windows settings. DDMMYY, matlab, if you can see that YYY is coming first or MM is coming first, you have to tell your system that you are in India, you are not outside. But if you want to change the format, suppose DDMM not 4Y, you just want 2Y, then you can do it. For example, 24th of April 2025. But I don't want to see Y. Then you can say control 1 and then you can select it from here, the various formats, and you can say okay. So now you can see DDMMY. So this is the formatting of the dates, numbers, and such 3 solutions I have shared so far. Now comes a symbol. For example, there are so many numbers written here. I'll just write random between 100 to 1, 10,000. And there are some numbers written here. Control C, Control Alt B. How did I do it? Not of a concern as of now. It is just for the training part. So now I have this many amounts and I want to show it in INR or USD dollars or any of the currencies. Okay, so how I can go about it? So for example, everything is in INR. I can just see and say rupees. Everything is in dollars. Okay, but half in dollars, half in euros. You select this and you say euros. Is this simple, guys? It's very easy for you. So far, so good. Can you show, have you converted into number? What I converted into number? 622. So before 1 or 2 minutes. Please don't focus on it. It is actually nothing of your concern. Practically, you will be having all these figures. How did I brought these figures is nothing that big matter. I used random between. Okay, just for your you remove dr. Okay. So somebody asked me very late that, for example, here if I have all these in drcr, for example. So what I will be doing is I'll just select this and remove dr and cr. So automatically it will be converted to numbers. Okay, so that's fine. Thank you. Somebody answered it. Hardik Shah. Thank you. Fine. So let's go to the another topic for today. So this formatting is clear. Then basic formula. So I won't take much of the time. Just only coming 3 minutes. Everybody concentrate here. Some new tips and tricks. Basic sum to hum sabko aata hai, but some new tricks I'm going to share it here. Here I'll close this file. I don't want it. And book 1, I don't want it. Don't save. And I come back to this file. Okay, come back here. And we were going to learn something on basic. Yeah. So there's some happy going tricks here we are going to share. First is, if I want to total it here, my general tendency was equal to sum bracket control up, control shift down, and I just select this and I'll send it. So this was my routine way of making a sum. Do you agree? How many of us know this form? Write it in chat box. All yes. Very nice, very nice. I'm happy to see the answers. Very good. That is what something which we wanted to discuss. That alt equal to is really a magical thing. So now somebody, if everybody doesn't know, I'll just repeat it for you guys. Alt equal to is the best trick. Don't use equal to sum. Always use alt equal to. So alt equal to will, what it will do? It will assume that from above cell till the cell where the data goes, I want to select this. So suppose there is data here absent. There is no data here. Then what will happen? Alt equal to C. It will go up till this place only. So if you want a sum for this particular column from 1 to last, then always don't use alt equal to. Alt equal to is very risky. But you use sum at that point of time. But alt equal to you should know, because suppose this number do exist, then alt equal to is really very magical. Sir, how? Tell me how it is magical. Let's understand. I'll just select this data. I'll press one more, one down. So one right column, one down column. The moment I just press alt equal to, wow, all these additions happened within a fraction of the seconds. So my all the different areas of services get totaled, and in that service, what is the client's turnover total? That is also I have got it. So my total businesses, my total clients, total turnover comes to 9,73,237 crores. Okay, let's assume to be in crores only. Okay, why to talk something less? So this is how alt equal to works. Isn't it interesting, friends? Write it in chat box. Yes, Saurabh ji, I will definitely want work if there is a empty cell. Yeah, that is what I have already shown, Hitesh ji. That if there is, oh, yes, efficiency. Yes, Paresh ji. Yes, Jayshri. Yes, Charulata ji. Yes, nice. Perfect. Yes, that is brilliant. Yeah, it's really brilliant thing. Chalo, let me show you again so that the thing's clear to you. As I mentioned, somebody, Hitesh Patel also said the same thing, that suppose there is one cell here, it is absent, then it creates a problem. So which already we discussed so far, that if I do alt equal to, then it will take only till this. If I do equal to sum, then I need to select this entire cell range and then I have to close and this is example. So now we are talking about the normal data where such exception doesn't exist. So I'll just select this data and I will select one more row and one more column, and the moment I press alt equal to, the answer comes directly. And the another which important things is, yeah, this is what the answers are. Okay, so this is called auto sum alt equal to. So let's go to the next topic, that is sum के बाद आता है average, count, minimum and maximum. It's a small things which everyone us knows of it. Equal to me min. सर ऊपर के डेटा में मिनिमम क्या है? 16 नंबर. ऊपर के डेटा में मैक्सिमम क्या है? किसने सबसे ज्यादा मार्क्स लेके आया? 9218. सो टर्नओवर इज द हाईएस्ट. सर मिनिमम एवरेज क्या है? जनरली इसने एवरेज क्या रन्स बनाया है? एवरेज. So this is basic. Equal to average, equal to mean, equal to max. Nothing major to discuss in this. But there is one thing which we want to discuss now is count. Okay, what is something different in count? Let's understand. Equal to count. If I do this and I press for this, it is showing me 17 records. Okay, so things are happy, you are feeling good that yes, now things are really good. But suppose this is a text and this is a text. Okay, I write somewhere here. So it gets into 16. See, this is 16. Why count is showing 16? Because count always calculates only numbers. Count always calculates only numbers. So it is not safe to use count. Always use count A. Always have a habit of using count A. Always use count A. Don't use count unless you just want, there is some data specifically wherein I want to calculate for this range. If there is any text, it should not consider. All the other numbers I want to count. So in that very rare situation, you can use count. But in most of the situations, you should use count A. If you use count A, it will count, it will give you a count of the records selected. सर जितना select किया है उसमें से जितने record में text है या number है वो सभी record को मैं गिन के दूंगा, पर अगर blank होगा तो नहीं गिन के दूंगा. For example, this is blank, and if I use count A and I select this, so it comes 16 only. Why? Because there is a blank data here. If I say right here ABC, so it becomes 70. But always make sure to use count A, not count. Is that clear, friends? Write in chat box if you are clear regarding this, if you don't have query regarding this. Count A. Sir, after writing count A, how did you select? Okay, how did I select? Okay, sir, after writing clear, fine. So somebody asked me, how did I select? Okay, so when I went to equal to count A, bracket open. Okay, how did I do? Okay, I'll tell you. I'll only select up arrow key, only up, nothing doing. Then control shift up, then enter. So this is the answer. I'll again tell what I did. Equal to count A, bracket open, up arrow key, control shift up, enter. So this is my way of work. Is this okay, friends? Everybody's good to go till this? Can I go to the next topic? Yes or no? एक जन यस बोल दो. हाँ, फाइन फाइन, चलो, थैंक यू. एक जन ने बोल दिया, थैंक यू. So I come back to the basic features. Okay, so now we have to, in this next half an hour, we are going to learn about this next 4 topics. A very easy topics, everybody's rapt attention here. First of all, I'm going to do this text functions. Sir, what is this text function? First thing is trim. What is trim? Trim deletes all the unnecessary spaces. Everybody's attention here. Trim deletes all the unnecessary spaces. For example, KUR is a name here, and in the way of data entry, somebody has unnecessarily entered space here. See, if you can see, but this was not required because name is over, then actually the cell should be like this, but somebody by mistake has put like this. Because of this, my VLOOKUP is not working, my if condition is not working. These are giving me a wrong answers. Okay, so now in this case, what you need to do is 2 things we are going to learn here. So if you don't know that whether I cannot see from my naked eyes, right, that there is an unnecessary space here. So what you need to do is equal to len. What is len? It tells you the length of the data of this cell. So if I select this cell, so I can see that there is a 6 number here. If I select this, I can see that my PAN card has 10 digits and my GST number has a 15 digits. So I can be assured that all my clients' GST number is perfect. All my clients' PAN card is perfect by the help of this formula called equal to len. In len, अगर 10-10 आ जाए सारे PAN card में, और अगर GST number 15-15 आ जाए, then I can be assured that my GST's numbers are complete. 15 digit it is and PAN cards are 10 digit. First learning. Second learning is, how can this be 6? Because the name is only 5 letters. So there is some problem here. So I will use equal to trim. I'll select this cell and I say enter. The moment I say enter, now I'll just click this for this also. And now I go to here and I say equal to length of this new cell. जो answer आ गया उसका length क्या है? So now I get 5. So now I understood that yes, there was unnecessary space here which I got deleted. So in all these particular records, wherever there will be unnecessary spaces, try to understand. For example, if I write KU space 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 DOSHM, sometimes data comes like this from software. Then another name, for example, Ketan space space sub. So this is an unnecessary space which needs to be trimmed. So I'll say equal to trim this. So it's a single space that has come. See, it doesn't delete all the spaces. It only deletes the unnecessary spaces. That is a wonderful concept of trim. It's a very nice way of thinking in Excel. That's a एक space तो हो सकता है, multiple spaces नहीं होने चाहिए. So now all the spaces which were unnecessary, they got deleted. Is the trim clear to you guys? And length clear to you all guys? Trim and length is clear? Please write it in chat box. No, it doesn't work in Google Sheets. Huh? not all functions. 50%, 60% of functions works the same in Google Sheets. Super clear. Thank you so much जयश्री जी, माधवी जी, सुनील शेट्टी जी. अच्छा, सुनील शेट्टी सर भी हमारे साथ हैं. बॉलीवुड जैसा लग रहा है, बॉलीवुड फील आ रहा है. यस, ग्रेट. चलो, नाइस नाइस नाइस. चाहत आहूजा, यस. संजीव कपूर, परेश पंचाल, थैंक यू सो मच टू बी फॉर टू एवरीवन हु इज with us today. Okay, so next, after we are done with trim and length, now we are going to try mid left right, a very simple thing. Okay, mid left right, a very helpful formula for chartered accountants. Why chartered accountants? Let's understand. We know that the fourth digit of a PAN card is going to determine the TDS percentage. So if this particular person is having a fourth digit as P, then it's a person, it's not a company. So 1% TDS should have been deducted. If it is C, then it's a corporate company, 2% TDS should have been deducted. So for my hundreds of clients, hundreds of cases, if I want to determine whether I have deducted TDS in a right manner, this formula is going to be helpful to us. Equal to mid, bracket open, and I said this text, comma. सर कौन से नंबर की पोजीशन चाहिए? तो मुझे पहला, दूसरा, तीसरा नहीं चाहिए. I want fourth. So I say fourth position, comma. बीच में से, that is a fourth position, से कितनी चीजें चाहिए? I say only one. P, C, H, A. These are the possible combinations. So I say one. So now I got P. So from this basis, I can do VLOOKUP or if condition, and then I can bring that 1% or 2% as per the regular regulatory or the statutory requirements. So this is how I've extracted some meaningful data from the PAN card. Same way with the GST. For example, we want to validate that whether my 14th position of all GST number is Z. मेरे पास 1000 जीएसटी नंबर है, मुझे देखना है कि इन ऑल दिस जीएसटी नंबर्स 14th पोजीशन पे Z है या नहीं. सो अगेन नीड, I select this, I say 14th position, I said only one number I want, and I say enter. That will be Z. Is that okay? And then I can apply it across 1000 records and can see whether any GST number has other than things other than Z. Is that clear? Mid function is useful to catch fake invoices using fake PAN and GST numbers as well. Maybe, I'm not sure, I have not seen yet. Hitesh ji, catch fake invoices using fake PAN and GST numbers as well. Okay, maybe, probably this can be a situation. Definitely. What is the name of the formula? Cannot read it. Okay, the formula is simple. Equal to mid, पहले mid लिखना है, MID. देन ब्रैकेट ओपन करके कौन सी टेक्स्ट में से, कौन सी पोजीशन से कितनी पोजीशंस आपको चाहिए. मुझे 14वीं पोजीशन से एक पोजीशन, वन पोजीशन मुझे चाहिए. प्लीज जूम एक्सेल शीट. ओके, फाइन, श्योर. ओके, नाउ इज दिस ओके निशित जी? यस. सो दिस वे यू कैन यूज मीड. इक्वल टू मीड, देखो मैं फॉर्मूला बता देता हूं. इक्वल टू मीड टेक्स्ट, 14th पोजीशन पे एक पोजीशन चाहिए, सो Z आ गया. यहाँ पे मुझे 4th पोजीशन से एक चाहिए, तो मीड आ जाए. सो दिस इज मीड. सो नाउ लेफ्ट. सर मेरे बहुत सारे प्रोडक्ट कोड है, हर एक प्रोडक्ट के फर्स्ट 2 अल्फाबेट्स है ना, उससे मुझे ब्रांड ऑफ दैट प्रोडक्ट पता चलती है. तो हाउ कैन आई नो द ब्रांड? तो मुझे यहाँ पे इक्वल टू लेफ्ट लिखना है. इन माई सेल आई जस्ट वॉन्ट 2 फर्स्ट अल्फाबेट्स, सो LF एंड GH. आई वॉन्ट अ राइट साइड. मुझे पता है कि सारे मेंबरशिप नंबर से 6 डिजिट्स के, तो एक बार ऐसे मुझे सिर्फ मेंबरशिप नंबर चाहिए CPERs के लिए. देन आई सिलेक्ट ऑल द रिकॉर्ड्स एंड आई से राइट में से 6 डिजिट मुझे दो. सो 170064 एंड तो 890007. सो दिस इज हाउ द थिंग्स रियली हैपन. पर एक चीज आपको यहाँ पे सिखानी है, जो नए सिर्फ एक्सेल 365 में ही है, शायद आपको हर सिस्टम में नहीं देखने मिलेगा. दैट इज इक्वल टू टेक्स्ट आफ्टर. That is also a very fantastic feature in the new Excel text after. मैं इसको नहीं स्ट्रेच कर रहा हूँ because I want to cover some more things, but सिर्फ आपको ये बता दे रहा हूँ कि text after करके एक नया फॉर्मूला है जिसको आप यूज करके यही पर्पस आप सॉल्व कर सकते हो. अभी के लिए लेफ्ट, राइट, मिड, लेंथ एंड ट्रिम, ये 5 चीजें हमारी कवर. यस राजेश जी? Yeah, I think maybe some by mistake. Okay. WRs. Yeah. WRC team is also unmuted if they want to speak something. Maybe by mistake. Okay, no problem. Fine. Let's go to the next topic. Basic formula: sum is clear, alt equal to count is clear, that we will always use count A. Average min max was very simple. Left right mid is clear. Length of any particular cell is clear. Trim will remove all the unnecessary, unrequired spaces. Now we'll come to sorting and filtering of data. Everybody's attention here. How we can do sorting and filtering of data. Very simple thing which we feel that it's really very easy, but it has so many new things to learn. Let me tell you. So now in sorting, if you feel that within 1 second I want to sort the amounts highest to lowest, just go to this, go to data and just select this. See how fast it can do. कम ज्यादा, rate कम ज्यादा, quantity कम ज्यादा. So always use as an audit tool. Okay, what is the lower limit and what is the upper limit of something. For example, date. सर कौन सी तारीख सबसे पहली थी, कौन सी तारीख सबसे लास्ट थी, मतलब रिकॉर्ड कब तक का है. कई बार हम क्या करते हैं, रिकॉर्ड कब तक देखना है ना, तो हम लोग ऐसा स्क्रॉल करके देखते हैं या कंट्रोल शिफ्ट डाउन करते हैं. ऐसा कुछ नहीं करने का. क्यों? क्योंकि ऐसा हो सकता है कि कंट्रोल शिफ्ट डाउन में जो लास्ट रिकॉर्ड दिखता होगा ना वो जनवरी का होगा, बट देयर विल बी अ फरवरी एंड मार्च रिकॉर्ड्स आल्सो इन द एक्सेल. सो नेवर एवर ट्राई टू judge the dates by going to the last cell. You always use this sorting, oldest to newest, newest to oldest. Okay, same way amount, highest to lowest, lowest to highest. Sir, what is the vendor, highest to मतलब A to Z, Z to, that is okay. kgs अगर आपको देखना है सर कितने टाइप ऑफ यूनिट ऑफ मेजरमेंट्स हैं, तो ऑल AZ Z. So this is how this entire sorting becomes very easy, very simple for all of us. Okay, that is basic of sorting, एकदम simple. Little bit advanced sorting also we can cover, but मैं अभी नहीं cover कर रहा हूँ. मैं सिर्फ एक चीज आपको बता देता हूँ how the things work. It is never the requirement of any company to sort it only by one column. Never. फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक कंपनी कभी ऐसा नहीं बोलेगी कि मुझे सिर्फ है ना जनवरी से दिसंबर का शॉर्टिंग करके दे दो, ऐसा नहीं होगा. इट विल ऑलवेज एक्सपेक्ट कि अगर मैं जनवरी से दिसंबर शॉर्ट कर रहा हूं तो जनवरी में होने वाले हर एक ट्रांजेक्शन, फॉर एग्जाम्पल पहली तारीख, तो पहली तारीख में भी अगर जो भी यहाँ पे केसेस आ रहे हैं वो हाईएस्ट से लोएस्ट होने चाहिए. फिर दूसरी तारीख के जो भी ट्रांजेक्शन है वो हाईएस्ट से लोएस्ट होने चाहिए. तीसरी नंबर के ट्रांजेक्शन है वो हाईएस्ट से लोएस्ट होने चाहिए. या फिर ऐसे मैं बोल सकता हूँ कि हाईएस्ट से लोएस्ट ना हो अगर आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट, तो ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि एक तारीख में जितने लोगों के साथ डील हुई है ना उसका A to Z यहाँ पे दिखा सभी पार्टीज. फिर दूसरी तारीख को A to Z, तीसरी तारीख को A to Z. क्यों? क्योंकि अगर सेम डेट को सेम पार्टी के साथ दो ट्रांजेक्शन हुए हैं तो वो साथ में दिखना चाहिए. ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड फ्रेंड्स. एक दिन में एक ही पार्टी से दो ट्रांजेक्शन हुए हैं तो कई बार क्या होता है वो यहाँ पे दिख रहा है वो ट्रांजेक्शन, फिर थोड़ी देर के बाद सेम डेट में सेम पार्टी का ट्रांजेक्शन यहाँ पे दिखता है. बट इफ यू शॉर्ट इट डेट वाइज एंड पार्टी वाइज देन यू कैन सी बोथ दिस ट्रांजेक्शंस टुगेदर. सो ये जो शॉर्टिंग होता है ना उसको कहा जाता है कस्टम शॉर्ट. हाउ यू कैन डू कस्टम शॉर्ट? यू जस्ट सिलेक्ट दिस डेटा एंड यू डू शॉर्टिंग एंड देन यू से कस्टम शॉर्ट. उसमें आप कहोगे कि मुझे इनवॉइस डेट तो चाहिए ही चाहिए दोस्त, उसके साथ साथ मुझे उसके वेंडर नेम्स को भी अल्फाबेटिकली अरेंज करना है, उसके साथ साथ मुझे अमाउंट को भी highest to lowest करना है या smallest to highest, largest to smallest, whatever you feel. When you say okay, all these three things will be taken care by Excel. वो हर एक के दिन के अंदर अगर एक ही पार्टी के 10 ट्रांजैक्शन हुए होंगे तो उसको वो हाईएस्ट से लेके लोएस्ट शॉर्ट करके दे देगा, जो नॉर्मल शॉर्टिंग से वो पॉसिबल नहीं है. I hope everybody is clear. How to remove shorting? No, it is not possible. It is not at all possible to remove shorting because once you do it is not a formula. Okay, for folks who can't view the screen properly, you can select the follow presenters pointer under view options on the top of Zoom screen. This will show the presentation screen properly. Very nice. Okay, Charulata ji, that is a good trick. Follow presenters pointer if you can use on Zoom. That will help. मैं जहां जहां जा रहा हूं वो आपको क्लियरली बताएगा कि मैं कहां मेरा कर्सर लेके जा रहा हूं. ग्रेट. ओके, सो स्क्रीन में डेटा ज्यादा होने से मे बी आपको स्क्रीन पे ज्यादा चीजें क्लियर ना हो रही हो, पर ये चीज आप फॉलो कर सकते हो अगर फॉलो प्रेजेंटर्स पॉइंटर, दैट विल बी अ ग्रेट हेल्प. चलो मेरा सबसे ये क्वेश्चन है फ्रेंड्स Please zoom the screen. This much screen is okay, friends. I will zoom the screen if you say. Chalo. Cancel and zoom the screen. Okay, fine. So my question is to you guys that the shorting and custom short is clear to you. Can I go to the filtering part? Yes or no in the chat box? Yes. Okay, Hardik ji, Harsh ji, Tarang, Sarita ji, very nice, very nice. Chalo, very nice. You are very active with me, and everybody is going on the same speed. Okay. Chalo, I'm happy to see so many messages from you all. Chalo, great. Let's go to the next topic because we want to cover majority things. So that comes a filtering of data. Filtering is very simple. We have learned so far. Everything is so good. मैं सिर्फ एक बार बता देता हूँ. What is the new thing which you can do in filters? Okay, for all those people who are really advanced, I'll just select the cells and I'll say filter. Alt HSF. There are several shortcuts to it, or DSS, or so many different shortcuts. I use Alt HSF. H for home, S for short, F for filter. So in this filter, what are the new things which we are going to learn today, despite of we are using since this filter since long? 2-3 things which I want to highlight is, if you want to go to this filters, don't use mouse. We generally go to this, we select on this, and then we go to this particular area. Always use Alt down, Alt down, Alt down, Alt down, Alt down, Alt down. So this is the shortcut which we should use. Alt down is the shortcut which we should use for operating on filters. Another thing, short A to Z, this is all shorting. Okay, this is basic. But there is one more thing, short by color. So must be we have not used this options. If we have shorted some, if we have highlighted some cells with some color, you can short it as per the need. For example, आपके boss ने, आपके principal ने ये बोला, ये sample ले लेना, ये sample ले लेना, ये sample ले लेना, and this sample you will take. So he has just highlighted it. You just do a shorting as per the color. So what will happen is, वो कलर वाले जितने records होंगे वो ऊपर आ जाएंगे, बाकी के सब records नीचे चले जाएंगे. So this is how sort by color, sort by largest, smallest. We understand this. Number filters. Directly we can filter. What happens to us is, in practical life what happens is, suppose हमको यहाँ पे 0 से 50 तक के record चाहिए, तो हम क्या करते हैं पता है? ये सब कुछ select all करते हैं, फिर इसको ऐसे select. Many of us, मतलब 90% of us does this thing. This is not the right way because there will be thousands of records here. Okay, so a new thing which we need to learn, one thing is alt down. The second thing is, यहाँ पे जाके बोल दो ना भाई less than 50 चाहिए, greater than 100 चाहिए. ये हम अभी भी यूज नहीं कर रहे हैं फ्रेंड्स. दूसरी एक चीज जो और इंटरेस्टिंग है, टॉप 10. राइट, टॉप 10. वाओ, सैंपल्स को गिनने जाने की जरूरत नहीं, टॉप 10 बोल दिया, आगे. Below average, above average. These are the beautiful things in the filter also, which we are using since years, but we don't know. Okay, so this is, it can happen with all of us, you, with me, or with everyone. Okay, so we need to learn this, that in filter, all down we have to use. Second thing is sort by color. Third thing is use number filters option. This is the very good options. Greater than something, less than something, and top 10. We all are still stuck up in selecting this only. So forget about this. You should learn these new things as well. This is really helpful to us in saving a lot of time. So this was all about filters from my side. Yeah, in the filters, we should learn this thing, that select all and blanks do we select. So spacebar is the shortcut. By spacebar, you can select or unselect of these items. Okay. There is one more thing, that if you want to select some few things only, for example, here, if I say I want united 2 items, for example, united, okay, and I say united एक तो चाहिए, current selection to the filter, और क्या चाहिए? तो if I want united, I want not all, I want just want united, and then okay, I say okay. Now one more thing I want. Then if I select all fab also I want to see. And then you say add current selection to filter. When you do this, you can see 2 transactions now. Alpha also, you can see alpha transactions also, and united. So sometimes people say that if I have selected one, for example, if I have selected united, okay, this I have selected, I cannot see alpha here. Okay, and when I go and select this alpha and I say okay, now I can see alpha only. What if I want to see both? Then the new learning here is, you go to united and you say that united भी दिखना चाहिए, add current selection to filter, and when you say okay, so now you can see both of these things. Is that okay, friends? Vikash Matre, two other join, sorry, attendance have, two people have raised their hands. Okay. What is the query? Anand Matre, why did you have raised your hands? Two people. Anything specific? I cannot see any question of them here. Okay, thank you for the feedback. Thank you. Yes, super. Yes, I think that how to short multiple color. Shorting multiple colors. See, there is a custom short. Okay, I'll just tell you this answer of this. It's a little advanced, a little question other than the content, but I will just try if in the short, if we can have a custom short. If I go to short interfaces, custom short. In this, I have an option. No, I don't want this option. Yeah, I can do this here. Okay. So what you need to do in this particular column, the cell colors you can do short. So now it is on top. Which color do you want? Add level, add level, add level. So if you want all yellows together, all reds together, all green together, and yellow will be first, red followed by that, green followed by that, then you can use this short, custom short, and cell color here. Yeah, you cannot see because there is a no cell color here. Suppose we have this color as yellow, this as green, this is red. Then in this short, I will be able to see for example, if I say quantity and then I say cell color, then I can select those colors. पहले yellow चाहिए, फिर red चाहिए, फिर green चाहिए, and then you can short. Is that a query answered? Yes, thank you. Throw some light on filter on date, like if we want to date between two dates only. Okay, so like he means to tell me that he wants some kind of filter between the dates. Definitely you can see between the invoice dates that filters. Sir, कल के कौन से transactions है? आज के कौन से transactions है? आने वाले कल के कितने transactions हैं? Next week के कितने transactions हैं? Previous year के कितने transactions हैं? Previous month के कितने transactions हैं? You can just filter by this. हम लोग मैन्युअली कितना कुछ सिलेक्ट करने जाते हैं, दैट इज लिटिल मोर वेस्टेज ऑफ टाइम. हमें ये चीज को अवॉइड करना है, एंड विद दिस फिल्टर्स वी कैन डू इट. आई विल स्किप टू द नेक्स्ट कंटेंट बिकॉज टू रिस्पेक्ट द टाइम. आई विल अगेन कम. whatever content I have promised I'll definitely give you, no problem to it, but additional चीजों को मैं यहाँ पे नहीं ले पा रहा हूँ. फ्री स्पेंस, wrap text, merge cells. ओके, सब एक एक मिनट की चीजें हैं. everybody's attention here. what is free spans, wrap text, merge cells, प्रिंटिंग टिप्स को भी मैं यहाँ पे आपको शो करूंगा. सो सबसे पहले मेरे लिए फ्री स्पेंस बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्योंकि मैंने ऐसा देखा हुआ है कि हम लोग क्या करते हैं पता है, ऐसे नीचे जाते हैं ना तो हमारे हेडिंग चले जाते हैं. फिर हम लोग क्या करते हैं, हमको पता नहीं चलता, हम इतने बिजी होते हैं, हम वापस ऊपर जाते हैं. क्या था ये? अच्छा, रीजन था. ओके, ये टैक्सेबल वैल्यू था. अच्छा, मुझे लगा सीजीएसटी का अमाउंट. अच्छा, ये आईजीएसटी का कॉलम है. अच्छा, ऐसा अच्छा करने में देयर इज लॉट ऑफ वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम. Okay, so I don't want to waste my time going up down up down up down. No, sometimes what happens, यहाँ पे पार्टी का नाम है, यहाँ पे जीएसटी नंबर है, और उसका टैक्सेबल वैल्यू, उसका इनवॉइस का अमाउंट, सब कुछ यहाँ. तो मैं वापस यहाँ पे जाता हूँ. अच्छा, इनवॉइस नंबर 17 और 24 जुलाई. ओके, मैं वापस यहाँ पे जाता हूँ. So this is a sheer waste of time. Okay, so I don't want to waste my time. I want to make sure that my some columns or some rows, मैं कितना भी नीचे चला जाऊं, मैं कितना भी लाइफ में आगे निकल जाऊं, राइट 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 करके, कभी भी मैं अपने बेसिक्स को भूलना नहीं चाहता. कभी भी मैं मेरे पेरेंट्स को भूलना नहीं चाहता. मतलब जो मेरे ऊपर है उसको भी भूलना नहीं चाहता. मैं कितना भी नीचे चला जाऊं, मैं कितना भी लाइफ में आगे बढ़ जाऊं, कितनी भी कॉलम्स आगे चला जाऊं, मेरे जो पास्ट फ्रेंड्स उसको कभी भूलना नहीं चाहता. आई वांट टू कीप रिफरिंग दिस इनिशियल कॉलम्स एंड इनिशियल रोज wherever I go down or wherever I go right. So how to do it? It is with free spans. How to do free spans? सर, जितनी ऊपर की चीजें सेम रहनी चाहिए, जितनी लेफ्ट की चीजें सेम रहनी चाहिए, उसके एग्जैक्ट सेंटर में जाके बैठ जाने. सर, ऊपर की रो मुझे फ्रीज चाहिए, सर लेफ्ट वाली कॉलम मुझे फ्रीज चाहिए. मैं यहाँ बी से मैं आगे जाऊंगा ना, तो बी को भुला दूंगा पर ए को नहीं भुलाऊंगा. सो यस, यू जस्ट बी ऑन द स्पेस, देन यू गो टू व्यू, then you go to free spans, and then you select the first option, free spans. Now you see there is a very thin line which is drawn here, which says that sir नीचे जाओगे तो पहली लाइन तो हमेशा आपके साथ रहेगी, मैं हमेशा राइट में जाऊंगा तो पहली कॉलम तो हमेशा साथ में। सो दिस इज फ्रीज पेंस। फ्रीज पेंस में और दो ऑप्शन है, वो मैं बता देता हूँ। फ्रीज टॉप रो एंड टॉप फर्स्ट कॉलम। हमेशा अगर फर्स्ट रो एंड फर्स्ट कॉलम ही करनी है तो आप इसको डायरेक्टली सिलेक्ट कर सकते हो, पर प्रैक्टिकली ऐसा लाइफ में होगा नहीं। हमेशा ऐसा होगा कि यहाँ पे हेडिंग होगा, कंपनी का नाम होगा, बैंक अकाउंट नाम लिखा होगा, XYZ चीजें लिखी होंगी। सो प्रैक्टिकल लाइफ में ऐसा बहुत कम होगा कि आपको सिर्फ फर्स्ट रो एंड फर्स्ट कॉलम ही फ्रीज करनी है। प्रैक्टिकल लाइफ में हमेशा ऐसा होगा कि बहुत सारी रोज होगी, ऊपर की 5-6 रोज, एंड कॉलम में भी 2-3 कॉलम के पार्टी का नाम, इनवॉइस नंबर एंड GST नंबर। ये 3 चीजें मुझे हमेशा दिखनी चाहिए, मैं कितना भी ऐसे राइट हैंड साइड जाऊं। सो इन दोस केसेस यू हैव टू यूज दिस फ्रीज पेन्स, जो मैं एक बार रिपीट कर देता हूँ। वेरेवर आई एम स्टैंडिंग, वहां पे मैं जाके फ्रीज पेन्स वापिस अप्लाई करूंगा, तो उसके ऊपर वाली रोज एंड उसके लेफ्ट वाली कॉलम्स ब्लॉक हो जाएगी। मैं नीचे जाऊंगा, साइड में जाऊंगा, तो वो पूरा फ्रीज रहेगा। इज दैट ओके गाइस? Alt WFF, okay, this is the shortcut for Alt। देखो व्यू में it is W, okay, so व्यू में से जितने भी शॉर्टकट्स है it will come from W, and free spans के लिए FF। Free is any row on top, okay। Could you please explain once again how I can select two things from the filter? Okay, I'll explain। There is a question from the last topic that how I can select two things in the filter। एकदम इजी है, एकदम इजी, एवरीबॉडीज अटेंशन। मैं फिल्टर में जा रहा हूँ और मैं कोई एक चीज सिलेक्ट कर रहा हूँ, यूनाइटेड। अब मुझे रियलाइज हो गया यूनाइटेड इंसुलेशन के साथ उसके ग्रुप का एक अल्फाबा करके भी कोई कंपनी है, उसका भी टर्नओवर मुझे यहाँ पे फिल्टर में चाहिए। तो मैं व्हेन आई गो टू दिस एंड व्हेन आई सिलेक्ट दिस अल्फाबा, okay, so now if I press enter what will happen? Something wrong will happen। यूनाइटेड वाला चला जाएगा और सिर्फ अल्फाब दिखेगा। नहीं, मुझे तो दोनों चाहिए। तो जस्ट क्लिक ऑन ऐड करंट सिलेक्शन टू फिल्टर। So now I can see alphab as well as united। This is what I shared in the last topic। How to unfreeze? सर एकदम सिंपल, डेटा में जाके अगर अनफ्रीज करना है, मेरे को लगता है कि ये तो गलत हो गया मेरे से, आई डोंट वांट टू डू इट, फ्रीज में जाके अनफ्रीज पेंस। ओके, सो नाउ दिस थिंग्स आर क्लियर टू यू, फ्रीज पेंस। उसके बाद आता है wrap टेक्स्ट। सो wrap टेक्स्ट का मतलब क्या होता है फ्रेंड्स? हाउ टू डू अनव्रैपिंग। ओके, सो अनव्रैपिंग मतलब क्या? फॉर एग्जांपल there is a, okay, I just remembered that my session is till 7:30, right? I'll just ask organizers till what time I can take the session, because 7:15, 7:20, or how is it in the WRC? Okay, somebody's, if it is functional, yes,
7:30, 7:30.
yeah, fine, then we have a lot of time. I just was taking the things faster to take the things before 7, but now I realize that yeah, it is actually 7:30, so we have good time to discuss the queries also and take the things ahead. Fine, I'm going slow now. Whatever the previous queries, you can write it down to me again. I can definitely take it, your one queries I'll be able to definitely take it ahead. So my next point in the freeze spans, okay, let me ask you first, freeze spans is clear to everyone? Any queries for freeze spans? Can we freeze only some row and some column apart from first to fourth? No, that is not possible. That is not possible. So they mean to say that पहले से 4 नहीं, दूसरी कोई रोज, दूसरी कोई कॉलम्स फ्रीज करनी हो तो नो नो नो। आप नीचे जब जाते हो तो पहले से 5वीं, पहले से 10वीं, सो फर्स्ट टू 5, फर्स्ट टू 10th, वो तो रहेगा ही। इट इज नॉट दैट कि बीच वाली रोज फ्रीज हो जाए। हाँ, आप ऐसा कर सकते हो कि इफ यू फील दैट 4 रोज शुड बी फ्रीज्ड and above data I don't want it, okay, for example सभी में बैंक लिखा तो उसको हाइड कर दो मैन्युअली, एंड फिर नीचे वाले रिकॉर्ड में जब जा रहे हो तो क्या होगा? सिर्फ पहला रो दिखेगा आपका, 1 से 5 नहीं दिखेगा। I'll tell you what I'm trying to say in practical instance। क्या होता है, कंपनी का नाम, बैंक अकाउंट, सब कुछ लिखा है पहले 5 यहाँ पे, फिर आपके हेडिंग्स यहाँ पे, ठीक है। और जब आप नीचे जाना चाहते हो तो आप वी वांट के 1 to 6 नहीं दिखना चाहिए। मैं जब नीचे जाऊं ना तो यहाँ पे फॉर एग्जांपल आई अप्लाई फ्रीज पेंस, तो मैं नीचे नीचे जा रहा हूं ना तो क्या हो रहा है, ये हेडिंग जो दिख रहा है ना वो तो मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है, पर प्रॉब्लम ये है कि बहुत ज्यादा ये जगह रोक रहा है, तो आप इसको हाइड करो। Just so now when you go down, only one row will be visible to you. Did you got the solution what you were asking? Somebody asked me that above other than, yes, Rikitashri, I understood this is a problem. Generally people, other people also say, sir, control plus, if you can explain. Friend, this is a flash fill thing, this is not in the today's context. If you have in the future context, I'll definitely share. It's a flash fill thing, ओके फ्लैश फिल मतलब जो चीजें आपको एक बार फील करके सिस्टम को बोलनी है कि बाकी सबके लिए भी यही फील कर दो, उसको कहा जाता है फ्लैश फिल, कंट्रोल ई। इट इज नॉट इन द करंट कंटेक्स्ट, और रिक्वेस्ट कि आप उसको अभी बीच में ना लीजिए। थैंक यू। फाइन, सो आई डू अनफ्रीज अगेन एंड टेक इट टू द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक। फ्रीज पेन्स के बाद my another point of was wrap text and merge cell. Let me take this in a proper context. So for example friends, कहीं पर क्या होता है, डेटा कुछ इस तरह से होता है, जहां पे दो, हाँ यहाँ पे है ना, ओके सो कुछ इस तरह की कॉलम होती है, ओके एंड इफ आई सिलेक्ट दिस and I want this to be in my multiple rows but not the column should be extended, so I do wrap text. So see wrap text से क्या हुआ, जितनी चीजें नहीं दिखाई दे रही थी, क्योंकि मुझे कॉलम विड्थ इतनी ही रखनी थी, तो मैंने क्या किया, पूरी कॉलम को सिलेक्ट करके wrap text ऑन एंड ऑफ। सो कहीं बार ऐसा होता है कि मुझे प्रिंटिंग के अंदर कॉलम्स में नहीं बढ़ा सकता हूं, क्योंकि मेरी जो पेजेस है उसके अंदर मैं कॉलम्स को नहीं बढ़ा पा रहा हूं, पर मेरी कितनी भी प्रिंट आउट पेजेस में निकले उसका कोई इश्यू नहीं है। सो आई कैन राइट दैट डेटा, मुझे विजिबल होना चाहिए, रेफ्रिजरेटर टू बी ब्रोकन इनटू टू डिफरेंट रोज एंड नॉट एक्सटेंडेड टू हाई विड्थ कॉलम्स। मुझे, मैं ऐसे करूंगा ना तो प्रिंट आउट में इश्यू आएगा, बट आई वांट इट टू बी in the multiple rows, so I select this and I do wrap text. और ये कब काम आता है फ्रेंड्स, जनरली क्या होता है, आपको अगर ये डेटा आया और आपको लगता है कि नहीं ये डेटा मुझे काम नहीं आएगा, आई वांट रेफ्रिजरेटर टू बी सीन टुगेदर एंड आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू प्रिंट इट, तो आपको पूरा सिलेक्ट करना है एंड मैंने जो बोल रहा था ऑल्ट होई ऑल्ट होआ, तो ऑल्ट होई की करेंगे अगर आप तो यहाँ पे ये मिल जाएगा। तो व्हाट यू विल डू इज सिलेक्ट wrap text, wrap text। एक बार मैंने wrap text करके दूसरी बार wrap text किया, अब मैं ऑल्ट होई करूंगा तो मेरा सारी चीजें प्रॉपरली सही से आ जाएंगी। इज दिस क्लियर, मैंने जो कहा वो ऑल्ट होई ऑल्ट होआ एंड wrap text एवरीथिंग गोज टुगेदर। wrap text का मतलब है, हम वर्ड में जब छोटे थे स्कूल में तब भी सीखते थे कि नोटपैड में अगर मैं कुछ लिख रहा हूं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैंने अपनी पूरी स्टोरी नोटपैड में लिखी, तो जैसे ही मेरा ये रो खत्म होगा तो मेरी दूसरी रो स्टार्ट होगी, तीसरी रो स्टार्ट होगी। ओके ये क्यों हुआ कि जैसे ही विड्थ खत्म हो रही है तो नई रो क्यों स्टार्ट हो रही है, बिकॉज वर्ड रैप इज ऑलरेडी एक्टिवेट। सी बट सपोज ये वर्ड रैप एक्टिवेट ना होता तो क्या होता, सी दिस डेटा वेंट ऑन टू द सेम। सो ये रिकॉर्ड हमने, ये चीज हमने स्कूल में सीखी थी वर्ड रैप, यही चीज एक्सेल में है कि जब कोई कंटेंट आपको लगता है कि उसके लिए कॉलम छोटी है, रोज को बढ़ा सकते हो, तो यू सिलेक्ट दिस एंड यू रैप। When you do wrap text, everything comes to the rows. Is this clear? Wrap text is clear, friends? Great session. Okay, need to leave now. Fine. Okay, no worries. You can see the recording. Okay, from the WRC. Yes, control E if you can explain. Okay, I will explain control E if it is possible at the end if I get a time. Okay, it's a flash fill thing as I have already mentioned. Yeah, I come back here and let's go to the next topic. मर्ज सेल्स। ओके चलो, ये तो बहुत ही काम की चीज है मर्ज सेल्स, क्योंकि जो भी डेटा सॉफ्टवेयर से आता है ना वो पहले से मर्ज होता है, तो वो सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है। फॉर एग्जांपल ये रिकॉर्ड मैंने किसी सॉफ्टवेयर से निकाला है, तो मैं सिलेक्ट करके अनहाइड कर लेता हूँ, अनहाइड। ओके ये अनहाइड होके सारा निकल गया। अब मुझे क्या प्रॉब्लम आता है पता है, सॉफ्टवेयर में ना ये दो कॉलम को है ना उसको उन्होंने मर्ज एंड सेंटर करके डेट दे दिया होता है, ऑल्ट एम नहीं ऑल्ट एच एम, ऑल्ट एच एम सी। सो यहाँ पे मर्जन सेंटर ऐसे ओके, और मैं यहाँ पे डेट ऐसा लिखा हुआ था, तो मैं फिल्टर करता हूँ तो मेरे को प्रॉब्लम आता है। सो बहुत जगह पे मैंने ये देखा है कि जब ऑडिट के लिए फाइल आती है, व्हेनेवर द फाइल कम्स फ्रॉम फॉर ऑडिट, द मर्जन सेंटर क्रिएट्स अ लॉट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम। सो इन दोज इंस्टेंसेस व्हाट यू शुड डू आइडियली, पूरा का पूरा सिलेक्ट कर लो पूरा डेटा। When the file comes, you just select the entire data and you see whether this gets highlighted. If this is highlighted, it means to say that in this puri worksheet ke andar there are some records where there is merging used. So you say that I don't respect merge, just remove any kind of merge in the file, so I can operate some filters, some conditional formatting, whatever I want, and then I can, if conditions anything, I just do merge and center. Once I do this, see now this entire data is selected, but this is not highlighted. If it means that there is no such instance in the entire worksheet, workbook mein, in this worksheet that which is merged, and now I can operate on my formulas, my filters, anything which I want, conditional formatting. If this is merge and center, it is going to create a lot of problem for your audit purpose. Okay, so this is merge and center. So now the last topic of the day, that is print layouts. Okay, so how does a printing work? This generally, this part is sometimes ignored by us. We do all the kind of processing, but we don't print because this world is now paperless. But if you want to create a PDF also, then this is really helpful. Okay, so let's understand what is page layout, how does the print layout works. Okay, so if I do Control P, so you can see this particular context. So now I don't want A, B, C, D, E to K. I don't want 1 to 32. How I can go about removing it? I will go to page setup, and in this page setup, I'll say that by ye row headers and column headers nahi chahiye. So you can just go to this sheet in which there is a option called row and column headings. As soon as I deselect it, the Excel will understand that row and column ke headings isko nahi chahiye. So wow, all the row and column headings are removed. So what next you want to say? Sir, ये देख के कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. I want it to be in a box and table. Page setup, and I say sheet में जाके I say grid lines. Okay, चलो कुछ सिस्टमेटिक लग रहा है सर, चीजें अब थोड़ी अच्छी लग रही है. पर यहाँ पे जो ये हेडर में आ रहा है ना, ये मेरे सिस्टम में नहीं हो रहा है सर. मुझे यहाँ पे हेडिंग नहीं मिल रहा है कि ये 1 of 28 है, 2 of 28 है, 3 of 28 है. हाउ टू ब्रिंग दिस? This is a header, friends. This is a header. So I go to page setup and I say header and footer. And in header and footer, I will select this 1 of question mark. Why question mark? Because अगर आपकी फाइल 30 पेज की होगी तो 1 of 30, 2 of 30, 3 of 30 आएगा. अगर 25 पेज की होगी 1 of 25, 2 of 25, 3 of 25 will come. Okay, so this is an header specially created. Custom header, if you want something to be on a left section, right section of your printouts. Generally ये चीजें है ना हमारे बहुत काम की होती है, because whenever we take some printouts, I always make sure in my clients that I always write here in left section, I always write my phone number, yeah, office number, because someone sees the print and someone wants to answer question something or get something from the data, then he will contact me on this email ID or a mobile number. Okay, I always mention if there is anything which, for example, the client's name. Okay, I write the client's name also. Suppose this is a May data, then he may not feel that why the June data and April data is not right. I'll write in the right section there is a May data. So this is how this entire header can be customized, and you can write a custom footer also. For example, thank you, Keyure Doshi and Company Chartered Accountants, or whatever you want to write. Thank you for taking our services. Whatever you want to write, you can write it here in the left section and right section. So this is header and footer. To be a simple at sometimes, if you want page 1 of 1, you can just select one page of question mark. You can write the sheet also. Sir, ये print कई बार क्या होता है कि you have a printed papers on your desk as a CA main boss. You have some printouts. Now we want to see that this sheet ये printout कहाँ से निकला है, from which file. I don't want it. I want to see from which file this particular printout has been taken. So majority managers face problem and they call the executive, this printout you have taken from which file, I want to some change, do some records and then print it out again and show it to the management. So now this one good thing is page 1D. So if you select this, you can get this entire the path also, that कौन सी वाली फाइल में से कौन से वाली एक्सेल फाइल में से ये वाला डेटा उठाया गया है. ओके, सो इस तरह से आपके हेडर फुटर को आप यहाँ पे डेफिनेटली मैनेज कर सकते हो. इफ यू वांट नो फुटर, इफ यू वांट अ कॉन्फिडेंशियल थिंग, हम कॉपीराइट कई बार रखते हैं, यू कैन पुट दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग, एंड दिस आर द डिफरेंट हेडर फुटर ऑप्शंस दैट यू कैन यूज in the sheet. If you want to repeat some rows, for example, first in your Excel sheet there is a header, first row. If you want it to be repeat on every page, you can repeat it with this. It is now not selected as of now, I guess. Because if I have not selected or something like that, I need to see. But in these rows to repeat at top and columns to repeat at left. And for example, if you are taking a printout and you feel that on every page my header should come, then you have to use this particular context. I don't know why it is not coming right now. I'll come back to this and I'll write here city and Control P and I'll go page setup and I'll say sheet Okay, it is not showing me right now print area because I may have selected a print area. Wait a minute, guys. Page layout and print area, clear print area. Okay, so now I again go to print and I say page setup. No, again it is still showing me the same thing. Anybody has answer for this? Sir, in row and column is disable in setup. Sir, row and column is disable in setup मैंने इसीलिए किया है friend रोनिश जी, because if I select this ना row and column print preview में नहीं होगा. Okay, print preview में नहीं होगा. Okay, so I what we mean to say is suppose आपको कोई भी rows और columns करनी है तो print preview में ना जाके यहाँ पे से आप उसको configure कर सकते हो. Print titles and then here you can write what are the rows that you want to repeat. I say this. What are the columns you want it to repeat? I say this. And then when I say control T print preview, and then I again see on various pages, see I have gone to various pages, I can see all the headers here. This is really very important for all of our printing things. Okay, so this is the rows to repeat at the top, this is columns at the left to repeat at in every pages. Suppose if you feel that first column is necessary for every, because this is a product, okay, the product needs to be on every page, okay, for the management report, then you can repeat the left columns as well. Okay, तो free spans हमने देख लिया. Print preview में we are here. So अगर आपको इसको प्रिंट आउट नहीं करना है, पीडीएफ करना है, तो आपको यहाँ पे सिलेक्ट करके आप इसको प्रिंट टू पीडीएफ कर सकते हो. फर्स्ट थिंग. सेकेंड थिंग, सर यहाँ पे मैंने जो सिलेक्शन किया है, मतलब जिस पेज पे हूं उसी का प्रिंट आउट मुझे निकालना है, तो यू कैन गो टू प्रिंट एक्टिव शीट्स. व्हाट आर द एक्टिव शीट विच यू वांट टू प्रिंट इट. ओके, यहाँ पे एक ऑप्शन है प्रिंट एंटायर वर्कबुक. सर एक शीट पे डेटा है, दूसरी शीट पे डेटा है, तीसरी शीट पे डेटा है, वैसे 7 शीट्स पे डेटा है, तो क्या मैं 7 बार प्रिंट करूं? प्रिंट एक्टिव शीट्स करोगे तो ऐसा ही होगा. तो प्रिंट एक्टिव शीट्स पे सारी जितनी भी पेजेस है ना वो सारी प्रिंट होगी, पर दूसरी शीट की नहीं होगी, तीसरी शीट की नहीं होगी, चौथी शीट की नहीं होगी. पर इफ यू डू प्रिंट एंटायर वर्कबुक एट वन गो, all the different sheets, for example ICAI के पास डेटा है, in the first sheet it has data for foundation students, second inter students, third final students, fourth members. मुझे प्रिंट आउट सबकी चाहिए तो मैं प्रिंट एंटायर वर्कबुक करूंगा. मुझे सिर्फ स्टूडेंट्स की चाहिए तो प्रिंट एक्टिव शीट्स करूंगा. ये क्लियर है? एवरीबॉडी इज हियर? क्लियर टिल दिस? सौरभ जी फॉर थैंक यू फॉर दिस सजेशन, इट वाज रियली राइट. प्रिंट प्रीव्यू में वो चीज नहीं हो पा रही है, राइट? यस कृणल जी, यस मिहिर जी, यस. प्रिंट एक्टिव शीट्स एंड प्रिंट एंटायर वर्कबुक समझ में आया? व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस? अदर पीपल कहाँ पे है? बाकी के लोग 25 लोग तो कम हो गए हैं क्योंकि ऑफिस का टाइम खत्म हो गया है, उनको खुद को सीखने में इंटरेस्ट नहीं है. वो तो सर बोलते हैं इसलिए बैठना पड़ता है. 7 o'clock मेरा टाइम खत्म हो गया है, मैं घर पे जा रहा हूँ. Yes, there are so many people. I should not say this to you. I should say to those people who have already left. Okay, no problem, no problem. Yes, everybody is yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So next is, sir, active sheet में भी सिर्फ पेज नंबर 1 का ही प्रिंट आउट निकालना है. सर क्यों? क्योंकि अगर आप देखोगे तो एक ही शीट पे there are so many pages. सर ये कैसे दिखता है पेजेस? You just go and you say breaks में पेज व्यू, एक मिनट, लेआउट मुझे देखना है. पेज लेआउट में मुझे व्यू में, हाँ व्यू में पेज ब्रेक व्यू. सो नाउ यू सी दैट फर्स्ट पेज इज ओवर हियर, सेकंड पेज में प्रीव्यू इज ओवर, थर्ड पेज हियर, फोर्थ पेज हियर. आई वांट टू जस्ट गेट अ प्रिंट ऑफ ओनली वन पेज. सो यू से प्रिंट एक्टिव शीट्स में पेज नंबर 1. And you again whenever you are going to print always make sure to not to waste any paper. ये जैसे ही आपने 1 लिखा ना, उसके बाद आपको एक बार देख लेने का कि is this giving an effect of it or not. उसके बाद ही आगे बढ़ने. Then print one sided. सॉरी वो एक साथ मेरा, एक मिनट, सॉरी ये बहुत ज्यादा स्क्रॉल होगा. एस्केप. हाँ, अब प्रिंट वन साइडेड. सर प्रिंट ऑन बोथ साइड. सर इसमें क्या फर्क होता है? लॉन्ग एज एंड शॉर्ट एज. सपोज आप बोथ साइड्स में लॉन्ग एज यूज कर रहे हो, ठीक है, तो वो कैसे प्रिंट होगा? फॉर एग्जाम्पल यहां से फॉर एग्जाम्पल डेटा स्टार्ट हो रहा है तो ABCD, फिर वो पेज जैसे ही आप मोड़ोगे तो ऊपर आएगा F. मतलब आप जिस तरह से इस तरह से पढ़ना चाहते हो, मतलब उसको क्या कह सकते हैं, पोर्ट्रेट एंड लैंडस्केप जो होता है. तो अगर लैंडस्केप व्यू अगर आपको चाहिए तो यू हैव टू यूज लॉन्ग एज. ओके, और अगर आप इस तरह से देखना चाहते हो, मतलब पेज को इस तरह से घुमाओगे और आपको जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल इफ यू आर गेटिंग दिस इज द डेटा, ओके, एंड यू वांट द नेक्स्ट डेटा, नेक्स्ट लाइन टू बी एग्जैक्टली ऑन द बैक ऑफ दिस, ओके तो लॉन्गेज एंड शॉर्टेज एक बार प्रैक्टिकल करना, मैं अभी आपको एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस। अगर आप ऐसे करते हो और आप ऊपर से इस तरह से देखना चाहते हो, दिस इज अ शॉर्टेज, एंड अगर आपको ऐसे पेजेस मूव करने दिस वे, देन इट्स अ शॉर्टेज। सो एक बार प्रैक्टिकली करके देखना, प्रिंट आउट करके, तो आपको पता चलेगा व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से, वन साइड एंड बोथ साइड्स। कोलेटेड, सर कोलेटेड का मतलब क्या होता है? जब प्रिंट आउट निकालते हैं ना, तो ऑडिट रिपोर्ट कुछ इस तरह से निकलना चाहिए कि सब कुछ 1 2 3 जितने भी पेजेस हो ना, वो पहले फर्स्ट सेट प्रिंट आउट हो जाए, फिर सेकंड सेटअप प्रिंट आउट हो जाए, तो इट इज कोलेटेड 1 2 3। एंड कोलेटेड 1 1 1 2 2 2 3 3 का मतलब क्या होता है? प्रिंट आउट कैसे निकलेगी पता है? फर्स्ट पेज आएगा, फिर फर्स्ट पेज आएगा, फिर फर्स्ट पेज आएगा, मतलब तीनों तीन ऑडिट रिपोर्ट के पहले फर्स्ट पेजेस आ जाएंगे, फिर सेकंड पेज आएगा, सेकंड पेज आएगा, सेकंड आएगा, फिर थर्ड आएगा, थर्ड आएगा, थर्ड आएगा। तो हाउ यू वांट द ऑर्डर टू बी प्रिंटेड? पहले फर्स्ट ऑडिट रिपोर्ट के 1 से 10 पेज निकल जाए, फिर सेकंड कॉपी के फर्स्ट से 10, फिर थर्ड के फर्स्ट से 10, ऐसा चाहिए तो यू गो विद दिस डिफॉल्ट ऑप्शन। इफ यू डोंट वांट इट दैट वे, सबका फर्स्ट पेज चाहिए, फिर सबका सेकंड पेज चाहिए, देन गो विद दिस। इज दिस क्लियर फ्रेंड्स? ये क्लियर है to everyone present here? Yes, great, fantastic, 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 very nice, very nice, very nice. Thank you so much for your wonderful response guys. उसके बाद आता है लैंडस्केप ओरिएंटेशन। सर जब इस डेटा को मुझे सीधा लेना है तो वो आएगा पोर्ट्रेट, दिस इज पोर्ट्रेट, सीधा। जब उसको लेटा के, मतलब ऐसे क्या, यू स्लीप, लैंडस्केप। ओके, ज्यादा कॉलम्स हो तो लैंडस्केप, ज्यादा रोज हो तो पोर्ट्रेट। मैं वापस बोलता हूँ, ज्यादा रोज हो, रोज मतलब ROWS, ROSE, वैलेंटाइंस वीक नहीं चल रहा है, ROWS रोज, रोज हो तो क्या करना है? पोर्ट्रेट। लैंडस्केप मतलब ऐसे हॉरिजॉन्टल। सो हॉरिजॉन्टल, हॉरिजॉन्टल पेज में ज्यादा कॉलम्स आएगी, पोर्ट्रेट के अंदर ज्यादा रिकॉर्ड्स आएंगे। सो तो आपको ये इस एंगल से यहाँ पे सिलेक्ट करना है। ये भी शायद हम लोगों को, कई लोगों को ये चीज पता होती है, ये सारी चीजें शायद हमने एक्सप्लोर ना की। Then letter size, what is the different A4 size, A5 size, what is the basic, I say A4 or letter size, that's okay. Custom margin also, this is very important because sometimes unnecessary spaces on the up, on the left, on the right, on the down gets reduced. So you can do custom margins, you can select, you can reduce the size on the left, you can on the right, on the top, on the down, you can reduce it or increase it as per the requirement. For example, हम हर जगह पे फाइल के अंदर फाइलिंग करते हैं, तो वी आर आस्किंग अवर टीम कि भाई जितना लेफ्ट वाला स्पेस है ना, वो तू ज्यादा से ज्यादा छोड़, तो यू कैन से लेफ्ट में 4.8। सो नाउ इफ यू डू दिस, लेफ्ट में आपने ये 4.8 किया, तो ये लेफ्ट को देखो इस तरह से, नाउ द पंचिंग विल हैपन दिस वे, एंड द डेटा जो होगा ना फाइल में, आप अच्छे से आप देख पाओगे, ये कॉलम इतनी लेफ्ट में आपको नहीं दिखेगी। सो दैट इज अ लेफ्ट कस्टम मार्जिन सेटिंग। So this all the things which we shared is of the printout things. हाँ सर, एक और चीज, fit to one page. If I say fit to one page, all the data will come to first page. सर ये इतने में नहीं हो सकता, okay, तो चलो 2 पेज ले लो, कोई बात नहीं, ये रिफ्रेश नहीं हो रहा। Fit to 2 page by 2 tall. ओके, सो इन शॉर्ट आपको जो भी 2 पेज में लेके आना है, 5, मुझे पूरा कंटेंट 5 में चाहिए, यू कैन यू जस्ट राइट 5। ओके, सो वो 5 पेजेस के अंदर वो पूरा डेटा आपको दे देगा। सो दिस इज रियली वेरी हेल्पफुल, शॉर्ट एंड स्वीट। इसको बार बार कैलकुलेट करना सही नहीं रहेगा, यू जस्ट टेल दैट आई वांट इन 2 पेजेस, आई वांट इन 5 पेजेस, आई वांट इन 6 पेजेस, देन इट विल डेफिनेटली recalculate as per the need and then it will give you as per your requirement. मार्जिन्स हमने ऑलरेडी देख लिया, क्या लेफ्ट राइट कितनी जगह छोड़नी है प्रिंट आउट के लिए। हेडर फुटर हमने देख लिया, जो हमारे लिए बहुत काम की चीज है। हेडर फुटर इज वेरी प्रोफेशनल थिंग, हमारे जो भी प्रिंट आउट्स आने चाहिए वो बहुत ही प्रोफेशनल लगने चाहिए। सो हेडर फुटर के साथ आप कौन से पेज पे हो वो सब चीजें दिखे, कौन सी फर्म से आया हुआ है, किसको कांटेक्ट करना है अगर कोई प्रॉब्लम हो, तो ये सारी चीजें यहाँ पे आनी चाहिए। एंड शीट में मैंने जैसे बताया, रोज टू रिपीटेड टॉप, कॉलम्स टू रिपीटेड लेफ्ट, ग्रिड लाइंस का मतलब उसको टेबल बनाओ, और रो एंड कॉलम हेडिंग्स का मतलब A to Z और 1 to, वो वाली रो के हेडिंग्स भी दिखाने, ये भी अच्छी चीज है। डाउन एंड ओवर, डाउन मतलब क्या, पहले वो डाउन जाएगा फिर वो बाजू के पेज में जाएगा। मतलब कहीं बार क्या होता है फ्रेंड्स, एक्सेल में ये जो है ना प्रिंट प्रीव्यू है ना, अब कॉलम ज्यादा होती है, तो क्या होता है, पेज 1 होता है और बाजू में पेज 2 आता है, फिर पेज 3 नीचे होता है, यहाँ पे नीचे जाते हैं, पेज 3, पेज 3, हाँ ये पेज 3 होता है, फिर बाजू में पेज 4 होता है। फिर क्यों, क्योंकि कॉलम्स तो साथ में है, फिर पेज नंबर 5 होगा नीचे, लेट्स गो लिटिल फास्ट, हाँ पेज 5 है, यहाँ पे पेज 6 है। तो इसको क्या कहा जाता है, इट इज नॉट डाउन एंड ओवर, ये बाजू बाजू के पेजेस को नंबर ले रहा है। हमें क्या चाहिए, हमें ऐसा चाहिए कि पहले के बाद नीचे दूसरा, फिर उसके बाद नीचे तीसरा, फिर उसके बाद चौथा, फिर उसके बाद पांचवा, उसके बाद छठा। वो डिपेंड करता है आपका डेटा कौन से टाइप का है। जनरली हमारे प्रैक्टिकल पर्पसेस में क्या होगा कि हम एक ही पेज पे लेने की ट्राई करेंगे, पर अगर वो नहीं हो सकता है तो हम 1 के बाजू में 2 यहाँ पे लिखेंगे। तो एक्सेल की जो लैंग्वेज है ना, वो हमको काम नहीं आएगी। देखो पेज सेटअप में उसने क्या बताया मेरे को कि मैं हमेशा पहले डाउन जाऊंगा और देन बाजू में आऊंगा। मैं बोलूंगा ऐसा नहीं, तू ऐसा जा, फर्स्ट पेज के बाद सेकंड। क्यों? क्योंकि इसी पर्टिकुलर डेटा की दूसरी कॉलम्स तुझे मिलने वाली है एट पेज 2। तो 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8। तो फॉर अवर डेटा जनरली इन अवर लाइफ, over will be more useful than down. Is that okay? आई होप द थिंग्स आर वेरी क्लियर टू यू। मैंने सारा कंटेंट कवर किया है, मैं एक बार देख लेता हूँ। हेडर फुटर स्केलिंग हो गया, पेज स्केलिंग का मतलब हेडर एंड फुटर, पेज लेआउट हो गया, हेडर फुटर हो गया, मर्ज सेल्स, रैप टेक्स्ट। ओके ये कवर्ड है, ये कवर्ड है, ये ओके फाइन। फ्रॉम माय एंगल एवरीथिंग इज कवर्ड। इन द रिमेनिंग 10 minutes we can have two things. Thanks for the insights. Thank you Anand ji for being there for the entire session. I hope this was helpful to you. Thank you for the excellent session. Thank you so much Jignesh ji, always for you. Yeah, thank you for such a, so it's thanks to WIRC for arranging this kind of session. Thank you so much for this wonderful comments and your support. Custom number format again please. Yeah sure, I'll tell you session was helpful. Thank you. Sure, recording bhi mil jayega. Somebody asked on session, एक मिनट, printed side please explain print on sided option. Okay, दो चीजें मुझे यहाँ पे क्वेरी की लग रही है, वो मैं आंसर कर रहा हूँ। कस्टम नंबर फॉर्मेट अगेन, वेरी नाइस क्वेश्चन। सपोज इफ आई गो टू द न्यू फाइल एंड आई राइट इट हियर 12 pieces, तो ये पे क्या हो रहा है, जैसे मैं सिलेक्ट कर रहा हूँ, there is a 12 pieces coming here. Okay, I don't want 12 pieces, I want 12 here. So I will say मुझे यहाँ से pieces remove करना है by replace or something, but I want to show print out में pieces दिखना चाहिए. Control 1, I say custom, here I say hash, hash represents any value, hash space, I want pieces, so I will write in double inverted commas pieces and I say okay. So now I can see 12 pieces here. Okay, if I just drag it here, I started writing names here: 15 pieces, 10 pieces, 12 pieces, 13 pieces, 19 pieces, 23 pieces. So now if I want to divide or average or sum anything, I can do it. If I select it, see this is 104 pieces and there is no pieces in the content. See, if I select this, you can see only 12 is written, 19 only. Same thing in our practical life of bank statements, DR and CR comes, right? So in that DR and CR, it should be in a format, it should not be in a content. If it is in a content, it is a text which is going to disturb us at a very long instance. Suppose मुझे debits and credits का net balance continuously count करना है बैंक में, तो how will I be able to do it? Because उसमें तो DR लिखा होगा. So first उसको replace कर दो, फिर डेबिट वाली कॉलम में सब में जाके ये फॉर्मेटिंग में जाके डीआर लिखो, तो सभी में डीआर लिखा हुआ आएगा, बाजू की कॉलम में सीआर लिखा हुआ आएगा, सिर्फ दिखने के लिए. It is only for the visibility, but whenever you will do plus minus, it will work as a number. So this is the beautiful thing of custom number format. Yes, anything else? Can you please mail that file? Did not get. Okay, Disha ji ko WRC team can help converting figures into thousands only to view and print. Only to view and print. Actually भी वो thousands में ही दिखना चाहिए ना मैम, for the Mittal ji. Very nice session. Thank you. How will I do get recording? Recording, the team will tell you. Okay, before we end the session, in the last 5 minutes that I have almost covered all the things. Yeah, fine. Thank you so much for the questions as well. I will just share you 2-3 links, okay, in the chat box where it will be a quick feedback for my training as well, so that what improvements I can do in the further sessions. जो आपकी 1st May को और 8th May को जो session होने वाला है, so what all things needs to be improved in the next session, you can take it in the you can write it in the particular feedback, which will be really helpful to me. I am just sharing the link. Okay, quick feedback, this is the link and I'll share it in the chat box with all of you. Probably, yeah, you will be able to open. Please share basic sheet with comments for practice. I've already shared both the sheets with you. You can definitely practice all these things. Yeah, thank you so much. Please mention this review here. And this is my file to get sometimes if you want. by any chance, if you have any queries, you can. So one review and one connect. Both these things need to be done before we close this session. Your feedback is very valuable to me. Please give your feedback and connect on this. Where to download the files? I'll again provide those files on mail. I think WRC team can mail this 3 files to all of you because many people have not yet received. So they will do the needful. No issues with this. Pareshji, I have already shared in the beginning. I think 2-3 times that the people have already shared. Yeah, practice sessions already the sheets are shared. Jaimini, yeah, the mails they will forward. Everybody can write their emails here, so the team can mail you all these practice sessions. Yeah, somebody at the end of this note, somebody would like from the WRC team to conclude this session. Dhaval Shah, please explain again. Yes, Dhavalji, what you want me to explain again? Can you please tell me? I'll repeat it for you. We have 5 minutes. Dhaval Shah, can you please one-sided printing option? Okay. Yes, sure. Sorry, I just forgot in between. I will be here and one-sided. I'll talk one-sided. So not both-sided. If you just select here in this one-sided, what will happen is सर दूसरे पेज की साइड खाली जाएगी, इट विल बी फ्रेश. जैसे ऑडिट रिपोर्ट में वी डोंट डू बैक बाय बैक प्रिंटिंग. सपोज यहाँ पे ये पेज है, तो इफ देयर इज अ प्रिंटिंग डन हियर, देन आई वुड अवॉइड प्रिंटिंग हियर. Okay, why? Because my audit report I want to see it all on my right hand side. Okay, so this is how you can do print one sided. If you do one sided के जगह दो two sided, then what will happen is suppose आपकी फाइल इस तरह से, तो 1 से लेके 10 यहाँ पे दिखेगा और उसके बाद यहाँ पे 11 से लेके 20 दिखेगा, फिर 21 से 30, फिर 31 से 40. ओके, सपोज ये हो गया आपका लॉन्ग एज. शॉर्ट एज क्या करेगा, यहां से ये डेटा इस तरह से लेगा, फिर दूसरी कॉलम वो प्रिंट कहां से करेगा, यहां से, फिर यहां से, फिर जो इसके बाद वाली कॉलम होगी वो यहां से प्रिंट करेगा. सो इसको कहा जाता है शॉर्ट एज. इज दैट क्लियर फ्रेंड्स? जिनको वन साइड वाला था वो क्लियर हो गया. DR wanted you to repeat that. DR, okay, wanted you to repeat the formula. I did not write formula for DR. Okay, in the custom I wrote hash space double inverted commas DR CR RS rupees GR. जो लिखना है वो यहाँ पे आप लिख सकते हो. pieces, kgs, tons, whatever you want, you can do it. I hope everybody has given me feedback. This is my connect and this is my feedback for the next session. This will help me to know what I can improve in my next training. Just put it in the chat box. Yes, please give me the feedback for the next sessions and also connect so that there is any query or anything we can discuss. I will be very happy to get connected. Thank you so much. Yes, back over to WRC team to take the closing proceedings. Thank you so much.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, all the participants. Really appreciate Keyur sir. You have covered all the shortcuts and functions from the bottom of your heart. I just listening.
Yeah.
Since we are filing returns, GST returns, and maintaining many reconciliations different.
Yes.
So your
yes.
shortcuts and functions are very helpful. I request all the participants to please practice these functions and also share recordings with your team, because most of the returns and reconciliations are prepared and maintained by your teams. These are very, very, very helpful. I really thanks Keyur sir for your valuable time and all key insights shared with all the participants. I also thanks all the participants for your active participation. I just observing since long, since session started, all are actively involved. Yes, no, and all they are sharing. Make it this session active. Live, I am feeling live session is happening. So thank you, sir, for conducting this session
Thanks to students, sir. Thanks to students. They are so.
Yes.
Thanks to all the participants.
Yeah, I was also a student, sir, for this session. Yeah. So I also thanks to WARC for organizing such a important session, which is must for all the members and students. I also thanks to the team behind this session, Subhash and all, for your coordination and to have make this happen. Thanks to Keur sir, and we will definitely conduct such programs in future for active learning in future also. Thank
Sure.
you. Thanks a lot. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Piyush sir, also for staying so long in the session.
Pure sir, Rickinson was there. Both of
Ah.
you, sir, I recognize your presence for the session.
Okay, for the benefit of all the participants, I would like to inform that all the sessions which we take and are recorded are always available on the website of WARC. So you can just go on the website of WARC and find the session. It will be uploaded in a day or two.
Great, really great. Many members are asking where we will get the recordings.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So that will be available on the WARC website,
Yes.
and it
Good
will be
initiative.
available in a day or two. Yes.
No, good initiative, Piyush sir. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you everyone.
Yes.
Yes, thank you,
Thanks
sir.
a lot, everyone. Thank you, the team.
Hope
we
you all
close for the
practice. Sir, sorry to interrupt. Hope that everyone practices today or tomorrow, and they get back with any query. If you have, you can connect me. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Sir, thank you for being available. So we'll close down the session.
I just declare this program has been concluded. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.